the show's still live too, right? At Gamescom?
Yeah,
Still going on.
it should be. I think we are live. Yeah, sorry about the delay,
The
guys.
show's still live too,
If
right?
you've slapped the dislike
Gamescom?
already, we apologise. We're late, if that's the reason. But yeah, we thought we'd do a bit of an impromptu show today. A quick off the cuff feelings of the Gamescom. Obviously, that's going on at the moment. Thanks to anyone who's joined us. If you are here already, this is, like I say, we've just literally popped on, so I understand if there's not many people here already, but we're going to be talking about the indie games that we've seen at Gamescom 2020 so far. There's been a ton, almost overwhelmingly so. So we're going to try and make our way through a few of our favourites that we've seen, just talk about some of that stuff. There's been some good ones, there's been some which I haven't been so keen on, I have to admit. It's probably hard to take in all at once though when there's so many thrown at you, so that's sort of our objective today, is to sort of bring some attention back onto some of those good ones, if you see what I mean. But anyway, I just wanted to sort of say today it's going to be me and Fastback doing a sort of a duo kind of. We might sing a duet for you if you like, if you're good. But yeah, I just wanted to say hi to Fastback. How you doing, brother?
Hey, what's going on, Indie Gamer? No, doing good. Been a long week, but definitely enjoying hearing about a lot of these games being shown lately on
Good stuff.
Future Games and Gamescom. So
yeah,
you know, it's a lot. It's a lot there. I've caught a little bit here and there, but you know, just having to be at work all week.
yes,
I haven't been able to catch up as much. So
most definitely, yeah.
That's what I'm here for. Catch up with you, and
Good stuff.
hopefully we can reveal some things for people that didn't know.
Yeah, obviously we did the what's up, Masked Mayhem and Toon Zelda, by the way, thanks for popping in. We obviously did the Future Games show live reaction yesterday, and even watching all of that through together, I still feel overwhelmed by it, if you know what I mean. It's a long show, so it's good to dive back into stuff, if you see what I mean. But today was the Awesome Indies by IGN. They were hosting that, which was cool. They showed some good stuff. A lot of cheese was delivered from the presentation side of things, which was cool. But yeah, we'll get into that. And I mean, did you check out some of the awesome indies from the IGN presentation today, my friend?
No, very little.
Very little, no props.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So
that's why
I've
got my list.
Up on this with you.
Yeah, no problemo. Okay, let me just find my list. Where has it disappeared to? It's gone below. 1 second. Yeah, so like I say, we've jumped on, and it's going to be quite a laid back, chill sort of discussion. Hopefully pull some of the best stuff out, and yeah, we'll get into some of those trailers as well, which I've made notes for as well. So yeah, if you wouldn't mind sharing this bad boy out as well. We've got 3 in the chat. We've got 3 watching at the moment, which obviously is low, but we don't do it for the numbers, but it just feels like this hasn't gone out. So if you share this bad boy out on Twitter, it would be much appreciated.
Must be a Saturday.
Maybe, yeah, it feels like what's happened, is it broken or something? Usually we have a few more in to check out the show, but that's all good. We'll enjoy it anyway. But any shares are much appreciated, but thanks for being here, anyone who is at the moment anyway. So yeah, I mean, kicking it off, I've got, like I say, a big list here of games, which we'll start with maybe the Awesome Indies, which is what it was actually known as today, hosted by IGN. Ton of cheese on the delivery, as I say, but there's some good games in there as well. I actually started to almost like the cheese as well. It wasn't too bad. I bet there was a lot of people who hated it, but I was coming around to his jokes. They almost felt like a bit like the Double Fine, the Tim Schafer, his sort of jokes, if you know what I mean. So I was kind of coming around to it. He sort of had a vibe of Tim Schafer, the guy hosting it. But yeah, anyway, I've got like a list, as I say. There's some cool games that stood out. I'll maybe just jump into sort of one of the ones off the bat, and I'll pull the trailer up for it. I'll just quickly grab that one I'm talking about.
Hey, what's up, Matt Mayhem? So there are some demos live that we can play now, right?
There are, yeah, that is another massive part of just quickly sort this out. No, that's a massive part of Gamescom, which I think has been probably the most enticing part for me. I've actually downloaded a few demos, and I'm gonna hopefully be playing them within the next. Maybe I'm gonna at least be playing a couple of them, hopefully live on stream within the next couple of days. But yeah, have you checked out the? It's called the Indie Arena booth. I don't know if you've had a look on Steam. There's a ton of demos on there, over 100. I think it's 150 plus, maybe even. Have you had a look at any of them, or have you had a browse through any of them, Fastback, brother?
No.
No.
I'm
That's
kind
cool.
of jumping on right now to look.
Yeah, do so, because
Sorry, I'm not really helping you out
no,
much here.
yes, you're absolutely fine.
I'm gonna represent all the gamers out there that are kind of clueless right now for what's going on with the latest in indie games from Gamescom. So
yes, well, that's totally cool. That's good. That's a good way to look at it. And just quickly, Mask, if you could let us know if our voices are balanced evenly, that would be much appreciated, brother. But yeah, I highly recommend if you're a Steam user, checking out the Indie Arena booth on there. We can have a look at that in a minute as well, maybe. But especially one game in particular. Obviously, there's a ton on there, but at the moment you can download Tunic, which is a highly anticipated indie game, which, I'm dying to have a go on, to be honest, but it's just been such a busy time at the moment doing these other shows. So I sort of thought, I think, because what they have actually said as well is you've only got until the end of the weekend to play them, but they've said that before about these kind of demos, and it's turned out that you can actually play them after. But I would say if you definitely want to play a game, get it done before the end of the weekend, so maybe tomorrow essentially. But I hope to do a little stream of Tunic, which I think people will be interested to check out, because Tunic looks super super cool, and I think it's going to be a great game.
did you play it at EGX?
No, have you actually played it already?
Yeah, I played it at PAX South, so I'm curious to see if it's the same demo that I played.
Yeah, how long ago was that when you played that one?
In January.
Oh, this year's one, was it?
Yeah.
Cool.
It was a decent amount to play.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're able to go into certain some of the I don't know if you want to call them caves. I guess more like tombs. There was a couple there to go in and try.
Nice.
But you see certain areas, and you have to kind of get through some tombs and make your way around certain areas, and it's a lot of depth to the game.
Yes, yeah, I actually have watched quite a bit of people playing it and stuff like that, and it does look really cool. Sort of like a nice, like, low poly art style with a cool look to it, very Zelda-y. But yeah, it's I have just noticed that a comment in the chat. I have to read that. It's from Toon Zelda, and it says, "I'm excited more for Hollow Knight Silksong news from Team Cherry, if there is some." And I am completely with you there, my friend. Obviously, I'm dying for some Silksong news, but I have a feeling that won't be coming anytime really soon. Anyway, I think it will. I think when we'll see. The next time we'll see Silksong is probably in a Indie World showcase from Nintendo, because I think they've got the marketing rights, or essentially they're marketing it. It's not like a thing where they've bought the rights or anything. But the reason I say that is when I went to EGX to play, when I went to EGX in the UK, I don't know where you're from, but I was playing all the demos, and Silksong was playable within the Nintendo area, which was quite strange for an indie, if you see what I mean. They actually had that in their own area, and it's getting loads of attention. But yeah, so that's why I definitely feel that it's going to be shown by Nintendo on their Indie World showcase, or they might even put it in their main one, but I doubt it. I think it'll be a highlight of the Indie World. So unfortunately, we just had one of them and it wasn't in that, but I think it will come. So basically, I think Nintendo will be the ones who push it out there for the, when it's time. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to Silksong 2. So yeah, one day it will happen. It's patience and it'll be an awesome game. But yeah, getting back to Tunic though, it's a really cool game, and I'm thinking that's still maybe potentially a little way off. Yeah, but the fact that it's being shown a bit more and there's a public demo out there is, it makes me feel like there's a slight light at the end of the tunnel coming to view, if you know what I mean. So, I mean, how far do you think the game is off at the moment, Fastback, as you played it?
I mean, what I played, it looked like a complete game.
Yeah.
You know, it
Polished,
could be just a one-off demo that they made, but no, I mean, yeah, there was plenty there to do just on the demo. So when I did ask, I guess they had a representative there, I guess from the publisher or wherever.
Oh, it's Finji, yeah.
Was,
Finji, the publisher.
Yeah, Finji, that's right.
Yeah.
She just said that, being one guy working on a game, I believe, or he might have some other people, but you know, she had no date.
Yes, exactly. So. It's one of those things. I'm actually in their Discord, the Finji Discord as well. So he is in there. Andrew Sholdis, the developer. And you know, as you can imagine, there's a million people join the Discord. And I'm like, when is it ready? You know what I mean? Which he must love.
Brother Mike?
Oh, what's up, Mike, bro? Thanks for popping in. Really appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, so I imagine he's hearing it a lot. It must be a thing that indie developers have to put up with quite a bit. That sort of like, when is it ready? And it's been ages. But you know, at the end of the day, indie devs have to put their game out there quite early to get, you know, some interest on it, because it's not like, you know, it's not like bigger games. They have that marketing team or whatever. They have to get maybe interest from other people. If they want to get a publisher, they have to put it out there and then get interest, things like that. So they have to put it out there quite early in a way. But yeah, and I just feel like people need to have a bit more patience. Sometimes they realize it's a small team making it. You know, good things come to those who wait.
And of course, it doesn't help with COVID-19.
Yes, most definitely. Yeah.
I wasn't sure how far along he was when I played it, but I'm sure with the pandemic going on, it probably put a setback.
I would say so in a way, but I would probably say in a way, indie developers, they are kind of the people who would like be affected by it least, because they're small.
Yeah, that is true, because like when you talk to Joe from Song of Iron,
exactly,
that's working at home already. So.
Yeah, because when I asked you, do you remember I actually asked him if it has affected him, and he was like, not at all. He was sort of like almost like completely brushed it off as like, no, not at all. It's almost not helped him, but you know what I mean. That's his day to day. It's his sort of what he would do anyways, be at home working in his office. So that's that's.
What's up, Dazzy brother?
Dazzy baby, thanks for popping in, bro. Appreciate it.
Do I sound a little bit louder, guys?
I think you're okay. The problem
I went into settings to turn up the output volume, I think. So I'm not sure that fixed it.
I think you're pretty much okay. The problem is, you see, you've got a different style of microphone, and you might sound less fuller, if you see what I mean, which can be perceived as loudness.
Yeah, I mean, I guess headset mics are not as great. I mean, I used to have a Yeti mic, and I need to get me another one. So
yeah, that'll be cool, man. If if there is one around anywhere, I think Super Cooper might have one. He was saying about, but
hey, Coop, since you're not using it, can you mail that over?
Yeah.
Mass Mayhem said I'm better now.
Because the reason I said that as well is because you're where you're reading on my volume reading, you're sort of quite high, so that's why I say it's sort of perception of the thinner sound as well. But as long as you're both audible and you can hear us talking, that is all good. But yeah, like Tunic's definitely a cool game, looking forward to, and I can definitely see how it would affect AAA devs. Obviously, COVID has massive impact on big teams where they come together and work in a massive sort of like like a office, that's not the right word, but what's like a building, where they have got their home building and they go into work every day. But like for indie devs, I think it's sort of like, luckily they've been able to carry on working, and as I was saying the other day, I feel like they're going to have the back of the they're going to cover any gaps when AAAs may sort of not be there at the start of the next generation and stuff like that. There's going to be lots of indies to cover those bases. And what's up, Xbox Jesus? Craig, how you doing, buddy? Really appreciate you popping in. It's always good to see your face in the chat, bud.
Xbox Jesus.
Yeah, he was on yesterday as well.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which was cool. Were there any games that you sort of caught your eye, or should I jump into one of mine first that I saw?
Let's go ahead and jump in yours. I'm right now I'm looking up some of the ones that I saw.
Okay, buddy, that sounds good.
I remember.
Okay,
so I'm pretty bad with remembering names sometimes.
No worries. I'll run off a list and then you might jar your memory and stuff. But the first one I'm going to actually pull up is Adventures of Chris, which is quite. It's a funny game, and that's your name as well, isn't it? So I didn't do that on purpose, but it worked.
I did catch this because I had it on the TV in the living room.
Cool.
Well, my wife was, the little one was there and all that. So
good stuff. So you saw this one. That is even better then. I'm just going to resize my screen. It's kind of a quirky, but I quite like the idea of it. I'm just going to play it while we're talking about it, but I won't put the audio on. I'll just sort of let it play in the background. But essentially, this game is, I just think it looks funny. It's got that sort of like comedic value to it, but it's also got really quite a nice story where you're kind of like, it's like an underdog story, if you see what I mean, where you play this teenager who's bullied and he's all of a sudden becomes this like this fighter, and he's like taking over and getting his own back on the world, essentially. I know it's unusual, isn't it? I like the idea of it. How long is this trailer? It's quite long. Yeah, cool. I just it just looks kind of it looks very retro and kind of like the art style, kind of cartoony sort of art style to it. But yeah, I think it looks cool. I hadn't seen anything about this game before, so it was one of the games that sort of jumped out at me for the reasons of it being different, and maybe people can relate to it as if they're bullied and stuff. It's a chance to get back at the world. But yeah, I think
this is a younger Daz before he shaved his head.
Yeah, exactly. Because he said he not to show the world, but it does. I've said he's had that illusion. Yeah, it, so. Yeah. See, this boy will be Daz when he's older. He's kicking butts. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Pete from Open Every Box?
Hey, Pete. Thanks for popping in, bud. Really appreciate it. Yeah, I just think it looks cool. It's almost like the kind of game that would work on the Amico, maybe, or something like that. But that's your domain.
Yeah.
But,
it looks like a cool platformer.
I
do like playing some of these platformers that have been coming out lately.
Definitely, yeah, it does look fun. It's got I like the sort of cartoonishness about it, and I kind of like the mechanics as well, where you've got the floating belly thing. It's just funny, but it looks like it would be quite a good mechanic to use within the game as well, like for gameplay wise and stuff. So I think it could be fun. And like I say, it's not always about having a massive machine gun and blowing people away. It's the underdog story of like the bullied teenager coming back. So I think it's cool. So you caught this one when we were watching it. You something you might check out, or
it's unique,
definitely,
and I like the art style,
yeah, it has got a nice art style to it, definitely.
Mechanics look like they're pretty smooth though.
They do, they do. I quite like that floaty thing. It's you've got, you sort of float up, and you've got like you're clasping the top layer. It's kind of like that. I don't know if you watched when I streamed. What's up, Davis Anderson? Thanks for popping in. I hope it's on Game Pass too. Yeah, that would be awesome. And I streamed Unbound Worlds Apart. It's got a similar mechanic in that. I don't know if you remember me doing that game a little while back. And you sort of like press a button and you flip upside down, and you float up to the top, and you walk along the top section. Then you flip back down. It's some cool sort of like little mechanics like that, which are interesting, I think. But yeah, I think Adventures of Chris looks pretty cool. I think I just cut off the release date. Did I have a release date on there?
It's already got a good name already.
Yeah, this is your game, my friend.
Adventures of my life.
The other thing I noticed as well was the developer was called Chris, so I wondered how personal this game is to him, if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is essentially him back at school, and that he's actually making a game about himself, essentially.
I think that's cool to try to bring awareness of,
yeah,
if that's what this game is hinting at, but I mean, I think we've all been bullied at some point, growing up, and
definitely.
I've definitely, but then as I older, I got bigger. I was an athlete. But others who, if I saw people being bullied, I always stepped up.
Yes.
To kind of, hey, stop the bullshit. So, I just wish more people would do that.
I know what you mean. Definitely.
Have a little bit more peace in the world.
Yeah, I mean, I was were always quite large, and then I didn't grow. I was always bigger than everyone at school, and then for some reason I stopped growing, and then now I'm average height kind of. I'm 5'9" now, if you wanted to know that. But yeah, so but I always did like taekwondo and stuff back at school, so getting personal now. All my details coming out.
Okay.
But yeah, it's all good.
More adventures of Chris.
Yeah, so yeah, it's good. I like it. It's nice that he's an underdog, and it's not just about blasting, and you know, it's cool. I mean, it's quite a sweet story, almost like. So yeah, and then I think it's the 10th of September. It does say it, I think. So I thought I remember it being quite soon, and that's one of the reasons I was quite keen about it. So yeah, that's pretty damn cool. Yeah, thanks everyone who's joining us. Graphic God, Jay, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for popping in. It's awesome to see you. And yes, my friend, it's all about that positivity, and we appreciate you picking up on that, bud. So yeah.
Oh yeah, real quick shout out to Pete. He had this earlier. It's hard to keep up with him. He always has content coming out, but I caught his Godfall kind of view.
Nice.
It was real good. So.
That is awesome. I've got to check out some more of his stuff, actually. He churns it out pretty on the regular, if I'm not mistaken, which is a fantastic thing. Wish I could do more. I've done for the last few days, but usually it's a bit slower with me. And Daz is on about hot shot racing. Of course he is. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. Yeah. So
yeah.
That was I was saying yesterday that I hoped it would have popped up in the Future Game Show, because I thought it might, because it did in the last one, I think. And it the announcement had come up before it was at that event, so I missed it the day before, I think it was, and they had announced, so Hot Shot Racing is going to be coming out on the 10th of September, which is damn awesome.
And also in Game Pass.
Yeah, it's going to be in Game Pass. I saw that as well, which is pretty cool.
We're going to play that one.
Definitely, yeah. It's if you wanted to pick it up on other platforms, it's on all platforms as well. I don't think it's on PC Game Pass. I think it's actually only on Xbox Game Pass, they said. It's only, at the moment you can get 20% off on a pre-order if you did want to buy it. It's only for that. It's in the UK. It's $12.79 or something like that. So probably about $14 something or something like that, which is a bargain, I reckon, for what it's going to be. I think it looks pretty damn awesome. Get in there. I'm up for some of that action. Yeah. So anyway, we are sort of diverting. I've got something up here, which is I've got audio on. Sorry, apologies. I'll maybe leave that down a little bit lower. So next game I've got up here, which was awesome to see again, is Ghost Runner. Have you seen much on Ghost Runner? Is it new to you, Fastback?
I've seen this. I'm trying to remember where else I saw it.
It's been.
Was it on?
I think it might have even been on the last Future Games as well, actually.
It may have, or it was on one of the other indie game show that was on around the same time.
Yeah, there were so many packed together, isn't it? It does get really overwhelming, actually. I'm finding that myself, even, you know.
Anyway, you know, and I some people, you know, after it, now that everything, you know, Gamescom is going to be the last, you know, show, you know, talking about all these games that would have normally been shown at E3.
Yes.
So it does get kind of crazy and all over the place.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
But I will say, Future Games is my favorite so far. They've been my favorite on how they present these games.
Definitely. Future Games, I really like the presentation of it as well. It's nice and fast-paced, keep the games flowing. I preferred the Nolan North one. I preferred the first Future Games show personally. I don't know if you've checked much out of this one or the recent one. You said you jumped out a little bit.
I watched a little bit of what y'all. So when I was, I watched what you showed.
Okay, so just the end sort of thing.
Most of it, and but I just love the sense of humor. I like that they bring some of the voice actors that come on, and
it's cool.
They just bring a sense of humor. They understand these games, and you know, either personally or whatever. Yeah. And I wish other shows, like the Inside Xbox, and you know, Major is okay. You know, I think it's time for him to kind of step into the background. And let's bring some exciting personalities, like what's his name that we had, Rizeko.
Ricari.
He brought a fresh personality, kind of, you know, that to a little bit it relates a little bit more to the younger gamers out there, and I don't,
I agree. Yeah,
hopefully this might lead to something.
I like Jeff
we'll
Rubenstein. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
They've got that podcast as well now, haven't they? I was watching.
Podcast is great.
Yeah.
It just seems like they're a little bit loose on that.
That's what podcasts are good at doing. They're good at loosening people up, and just it's casual, isn't it? You know.
We're not as loose as like us. We're not as loose as Dad.
Yeah, he's very loose. He's untied. Yeah, but yeah, that's the good thing. You get that sort of real like natural sort of delivery of it, which is cool. And yeah, that I think because that's the problem. He is quite stylized in his delivery. Major Nelson, I find he's a bit too like, you know, he's very like
professional. He's
yeah, exactly. So sometimes it's nice to get the more human side, isn't it? If you know what I mean, of the delivery. But anyway, that's enough slagging him off because I do that nearly every show, I think. So, he's not so bad.
Yeah, we yeah. Like we said, this is a show. It's off the cuff, so
it's completely off the cuff. That's right, guys. You're getting it raw today.
I want to shout out to the guys in chat talking about being positive.
Definitely.
And I definitely agree with them. That like that's what we're all about, you know. And that's one reason why I love doing this with Indie Gamer, because to me it's all about the games, and I don't care what platform game is on. If I could play it on there, I don't care if it's exclusive or not. Or the art style, whatever. If it looks good to me, I'm gonna play it. And, you know,
yep.
There's no point in tearing down and certain games or certain platforms or other people. You know.
Yeah, most
be respectful,
definitely.
Have fun. You know.
That's a great
we
way
can
of
still
looking
have fun. You know, we can still have a sense of humor about it. You know.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's great. That's music to my ears. You know, always love your positivity, and I couldn't agree with it more, buddy. I
tried to, but I know lately on NOG, Frankie's trying to push my butt. So.
Frankie, yeah, he's good at doing that, isn't he? Yeah, he's got. I love his indie knowledge, though. He's got good indie knowledge.
He does. Oh, he's yeah. Tell you what, he knows his game. That's for sure.
For definite, yeah, for sure. So yeah, I mean, Ghost Runner has been, yeah. I think Xbox Jesus asked, "Is it coming to Xbox?" Yeah, it's coming to all consoles and PC. So that is definitely awesome. It's coming from a Polish developer, All In Games, which is nice. And yeah, I've played the demo actually of Ghost Runner. It's really good. It's intense. It's fast paced, as you can see. It's one hit kill. If you get hit once, you're down. But it restarts like instantly, so you're back in. And the traversal is really cool. There's some cool like mechanics where you use like a grappling hook and stuff to pull yourself around. The world looks amazing. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. It really is, and it looks great.
Where now, like right here, where he jumps on the the side of the building, whatever. Was Titanfall the first to do that? Have we seen that in games? Because I know that's the first time I remember that mechanic where you're running and you can jump on the side.
Could have been. I don't recall.
It seemed like ever since then you start seeing that. In more games.
There's another game called Get to the Orange Door that does that as well, an upcoming indie game.
Jedi Fallen had some of that.
And that is on the bigger scale stuff. Yeah, it's cool. It is good. I mean, you're like a cyber assassin on this, so it's you're like pretty deadly, but it's actually quite hard. You can't just run in and chop. You know what I mean? It's not like you have to be very precise with your movements. It's almost a puzzle game in a way. It's not, but it's got the element of you have to plan your attack. Sometimes you'll fail on a separate group of guys, and then you'll be like, okay, well, what I need to do is go round, slide to the right, because you get this like slow down time mechanic where you can slide to the right, slide to the left, and then attack, which is really cool. And yeah, you have to be like very precise with the movements and tactical about your approach. But it feels good when you get one of them games, once you nail that sort of sequence, it's like you feel badass basically. But yeah, I don't think it's too far off. I think it's coming out this year, so pretty damn cool. I think it's, like I say, all consoles and PC. Do you think you'll check this one out? Is it your sort of thing, Fastback?
Yeah, no, this looks interesting.
Good stuff, yeah. it's kind of like there's a game like Katana Zero I talk about a lot. It's got that one hit kill thing. This is like a 3D world. I always think of this as like a 3D sort of Katana Zero, because that's got that one hit kill, like you kill with one and you also die with one hit. So, but yeah, I like it. It's I think it's getting some good attention as well, which is good. It's
one of those cyberpunk.
Yeah,
look.
It's
that's a trend right now.
It is a trend right now. Yeah, definitely. Which, but you know, it's doing it really well. So you know, up for that in my opinion. But yeah, the story's pretty cool as well. As they've got a bit of a story going on, where you have to make your way to the top of the sort of arena. But I haven't focused too much on the story because I've only played the demo, and what I've seen in the trailers. So, but yeah, check out Ghost Runner. Give it a wish list, or like put it in your sort of mental sort of note, if you know what I mean. I think it'll be a great game. Yeah. So. And Davis Anderson says, did we ever play The Messenger? And yes, I did. It's one of my favourite games I've played.
I haven't downloaded it. I did download it.
You should definitely check it out. It's a really, really cool game. Yeah, it's a clever game as well. It's like it reinvents itself towards the end, which I always think is quite clever. But yeah, the music's so damn good. It's great retro sort of gameplay, but the way it reinvents itself, the comedy in it's so good as well. Yeah, have you played it, Davis Anderson, or is it something you're thinking of checking out? Or let us know. Yeah, I highly recommend it if you haven't, but if you have, awesome stuff, because yeah, fantastic game. And yeah, really one of the games, I played it earlier this year, so one of the games I really enjoyed. I started playing it on the Switch, and then I finished it earlier this year on Xbox. But it's good that it's out now on all consoles. But yeah, that is The Messenger. Definitely check out The Messenger, guys. It's a really cool game. Let's see what we got next over here. That's Chris again. A few on the tab. So this one was completely new to me. I don't know if this was the announcement of it as well. This one's called White Shadows, which I thought looked really cool. Did you catch this? No worries if you didn't. I know you only saw a very small part of it, so it's quite a distinctive looking one.
If I see it, I might remember.
Yeah, I think we're a little bit delayed. So yeah, some people in the chat, I heard him it started off really oddly with this sort of like this, very strange. But then when it kicked off, I thought the game looked really cool. It had like sort of Limbo and Inside vibes, you know, with the side scrolling platforming and the cool sort of settings and that. I think the black and white, obviously from Limbo, which I thought this was one of my favourite ones that caught my eye, definitely. Matt Burns, thanks for popping in, buddy.
Hey, what's up, Matt?
How's it going, bud?
Who is this made by?
I didn't see, actually. Like I say, it's apologies for the IGN watermark, guys. I didn't see, actually, because like I say, it's just finished, so I've grabbed all of these in a list of things, so I didn't get to see it actually who it was made by, but I think it looks really cool. I mean, I'm always like a bit of a sucker for these kind of games, like Little Nightmares and Inside. Inside is an amazing game. Definitely love it, but it's got a bit of a quirkiness going on to this one as well. But I like the noir art style with black and white. I think it's cool. It's coming 21. Did it say at the start who was making it?
Shadows.
But yeah, I hadn't seen this one before today. I don't know if this was the actual reveal, but it looks
Limbo. I think the two guys from that studio split up.
They did, yeah, that's right.
I wonder what, I know one is still doing Limbo stuff, I think, or whatever with that studio, but I think the other one has started its own thing. So
the other one's working on a different game called Somerville. The one that Dino Patti, I think his name is. He left them, and he's working with an English guy in a new studio, and the game's called Somerville, and there's like a very minimalistic trailer available at the moment. It's very sort of teasy, if you know what I mean. There's not much going on with it available. So yeah, that's a game that's going to potentially be coming eventually. But Playdead have also got a game they're working on without Dino Patti, obviously, because they had a bit of a disagreement with the direction or something, creative stuff. But yeah, so that's cool though. At least we'll get sort of almost 2 Playdead games out of the bargain. And I'm sure they'll still be both good individually as well. Like, but yeah, Somerville looks cool. But yeah, this game I think looks interesting. I don't know if you like these sort of styles of games, like where you.
I do. I love Limbo.
Yes.
And Inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definite, man.
They don't take long. They're not long games. So,
exactly. Yeah.
There's a challenge there that just keeps you engaged. And then,
most definitely.
Hopefully, and then sometimes they have a surprise at the end.
Yes, it's well, they did have a surprise at the end of one of those games you just mentioned. Yeah. Definitely, which was pretty damn cool. And Master Mayhem's just said the devs and publishers for White Shadow head up. That's the publisher, and Monocle must be the developer, which is cool. I've not heard of them. Might be new, which is good stuff. Yeah, I'm liking it. It's got a cool look about it. It's quirky. It's got like that sort of retro, sort of like it's kind of like that almost like BioShocky kind of. What's that sort of what art style is that called? Art not nouveau, is it? Art Deco is, yeah, steampunk feel as well. I was going to say Art Deco kind of feel. Came there in the end, but there's definitely a steampunk sort of feel to it as well, for sure. But yeah, I just like this. I like the style of this game. I think it looks cool. It's definitely one I'm going to add to my wish list. My wish list is very long. Steam, it's like it's over 100.
Yeah.
But some of those games.
If you got Game Pass,
yeah, definitely. Yes, I think this might be an early reveal of the game though, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I'm already sold by its kind of quirkiness and stylings, and I think the world looks. I like it when like Little Nightmares does it really well, where the world is really big. And you feel like such a small thing in a big world around you. They do that so well. That there's the bit. I don't know if you've played Little Nightmares, but there's a bit when you come off the ship that you're on, and you're walking across this sort of like chain that's linked to the ship, and the scaling is so clever. It's sort of like got depth in the background where there's people joining onto the ship in the background, and there's it's just the scaling. I think it's very cleverly done. I like that when you sort of feel like you can really feel the whole world around you. But have you played Little Nightmares? There's Little Nightmares 2 now, isn't there, coming out?
Oh, but I did see the second one. That's one. That's one that I didn't get to.
No worries.
But
that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It usually comes up for really cheap on sale. Every so often on the Xbox sales, if you find. But yeah, it's a good little game. I don't play many horror games, but that was kind of like that was a definite check out for me, and it wasn't too scary. It was just the right amount, if you know what I mean. It's kind of vulgar, if you know what I mean. There's some cool stuff in there. But yeah, it looks cool, this game. I don't know if any of you guys in the chat checked out any of the stuff this weekend. I know Mast checked out something with me, and Xbox Jesus did. But yeah, like, don't know if you checked out any awesome indies today, as it was known. That's not me just saying indies are awesome, which I do often, but the thing was actually called Awesome Indies. And yeah, that was shown by IGN. So I don't know if you saw any. If you did, let me know any games that you saw. We can check them out. But yeah, let's move on from there. Another game which you've probably heard me talk about before is
ladies and gentlemen,
Juggler's Tale. So yeah, have you seen? Do you remember I streamed this game a little while back, Fastback?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this one looks really cool with art style wise. That's it. Yeah, you got it. This is again. It's got that sort of limbo kind of perspective going on, but I think it's got a cool individuality about it as well, where it's got that like puppet thing going on. and you're sort of attached as well, which is cool. And I feel like there's a good story going on with Juggler's Tale as well. I feel like because there's this really nice narration which goes on throughout the game. You just probably heard it when I just came in a minute ago in the chat. I don't know if Fastback's got the audio up, but the narration's really nice done. It's kind of like American sort of, but anyway, what I'm feeling is that there might be some sort of weird story going on here where the narrator is actually controlling everything. I just get that vibe that there's something sort of sinister going on there. But I'll be interested to find out how that story goes on. I feel like almost he's playing these puppet strings from above, if you see what I mean. But yeah, it looks cool. One thing to note about this, if you were watching this on the IGN stream, they actually had it cut off the bottom of the so this part here would be cutting off the bottom of the legs essentially. So I kept typing in the chat, "You've cut off the bottom of the stream." They weren't listening. I was tagging them, but I don't know. I think that there's actually an issue with the game because I had that problem myself when I tried to stream it and it kept scaling it weird. But anyway, I'm going on and on. How do you feel about Juggler's Tale Fastback, bro?
I think this game looks great. I can't think of the first time I've seen a game like this.
Yes,
you're playing as a puppet.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the strings do interact with the environment, so you see it when you're hitting certain objects, and I think that's pretty neat.
I think it's cool. Yeah, that's true. I think there's a bit. I don't think maybe a bit earlier, but yeah, you see it sort of brush against different things to plays a part in it. But like, if I just push this up from here for the chat, I don't know if you can hear it.
The narrator and puppet.
Oh no, he's gone. But yeah, I just really love the narrator of this game. As I think it gives it such an extra sort of layer of awesome. Basically, I think it sort of makes it come alive. I think a good voice actor can do a lot of things for a game, I think. But yeah, I just quite like the way he's a sort of narrator in the background, and he does these rhymes as well, which is clever. So it's nicely written, which is nice. But let me just push it back actually to the start. I'll push that back and show you the narrator, guys.
And if you look at the people in the audience, some of them have strings too.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, so it's all puppets.
That's on one string. So
yeah. Yeah,
I'm curious about this story because it says about your escaping your captors and the freedom and adventure.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I'm curious how that plays out.
Exactly. That's why I feel like it's like you're captured almost. You're owned by like the circus or something like that. Who the narrator runs or whatever. You know what I mean? It's it is interesting. I think there's lots they can do with this game. I think it could be really good. And yeah, I'll just play it now. If you just hold 1 second, I know you probably can't hear the voice, but I'll just play it for the chat, just so they can hear a little bit. So
come in. In the mood for a story, are we? Our hero is no normal hero, not even a hero at all, but a wee little heroine, fully unremarkable.
Welcome to the first chapter.
So yeah, that'll do for now, but it just sort of gives that a little feel. He talks throughout the game and comes in at certain points, and I just think it adds a really nice extra layer to it. I like the art style as well. They've got kind of some cool colouring going on, and layering going on. They've got like sort of like distinct colours in the background, like it's almost like cross-processed is what I would just describe that as a photographer, ex-photographer. That's what so where you blend sort of tinted colours to get a cross-processed look. But yeah, it's got a cool look to it. But yeah, like I'm digging it. I enjoyed the demo. It was very short, the demo, which is essentially what we're seeing right now. This is what I played. But yeah, like I think it's going to be a cool game, and it's also being made by a team who are going through training. They're basically I think they're in film school, I think they said. So this is kind of almost like a college funded project. Yeah. So that's even more amazing, really. It's just
interesting. So I'm real excited to hear that because my daughter is she's in university now.
Yes.
Just had her first week, and her degree is cool. in I guess gaming animation, but so right now she's taking one class that's about game engines. So she's learning how to use Unreal Engine, and she's already made her first little game. You know, they start off small, but by the end of the year they're gonna have 20 games. But they plan on making the big game that they're all gonna make at the end. The final is gonna be a shooter.
Nice.
So,
That's really cool, man. Yeah,
and of course she's taking animation class too, and she's talking about that. So she just loves all of that. So you know, I've already volunteered. I said I want to be a tester.
yeah, perfect. That's really cool.
But it's cool to hear about this, like where, you know, you can get stuff like this, you know, straight from those who are still in school learning.
Most definite. That's so cool that she's doing that course. You must be exciting for you as
But
well.
it doesn't mean, you know, but it doesn't mean that she's gonna go work for a game studio. I mean, that she could, but she's also looking at maybe getting into media as far as like animation, like cartoons and so on, whatever.
Cool.
She wouldn't mind doing that, like art
exactly. Yeah, it's transferable, isn't it? That's the thing. That's why, like, when these guys are saying they're doing film school, but they wanted to make a game, if you see what I mean. Like that's become their passion as they've gone on through the sort of the training and that. But yeah, it's such a cool thing. Like, I wish I could like cast back to when I was younger and then take a different path sometimes. But you know what I mean?
You know, you can still do it though.
True. Yeah.
There's some people out there who taught themselves.
Yes. Yeah.
There's tools out there, you know, and you got YouTube. So
yeah, YouTube is amazing for learning. It's true, man. Definitely. There's a lot of people out there trying to teach and sharing the goods. Yeah. So, but
well, real quick though, one thing on this, what I read too, is that I love what this says here, that Abby, name is Abby, that she learns that she can still influence her destiny if only by winning over the audience.
Nice.
Which I think is,
I think
it's great. So like right here, you know, the scene where, you know, with the bear and all that, and you see people in the audience. So is there something that she has to do, that you do, to influence audience for you to get to the next?
Yeah, on that part there, you just have to do like the trick with the bear kind of thing and get him out of the way. I think it's something like that. But then you get locked up here. So on this part, you're locked up. So there's definitely some control going on, obviously. But yeah, like you said, I think that tells a lot what you just said there. It's sort of I think, like I say, there's a lot more to this game than just a cool puppet sort of thing going on. It's sort of multi-layered, isn't it? Where it's like puppeteering and you know, is a sort of like a metaphor for control, isn't it, and stuff like that. So it's makes it very interesting with what they can do on the story side of things, as well as like the actual puppet mechanics. So definitely interesting. But yeah, like I say, it's a very small slice of the game, this part. But yeah, this part you just have to get his key off of his belt, and so and then in a minute you have to sort of get out the door with the bear and get the bear out of there. But yeah, it's kind of I wonder how sort of in depth the game goes, because there's some really cool environments and stuff later on with rain and things like that. I think, because I heard something about you break out and then you come back into the circus part as well. So you break out and go out in the open world. So there's quite a bit of variety, which is really cool.
The lighting looks great too.
Yeah, definite. It's nice. It's a very nice looking game, I think.
The chat, shout out to Coop.
Yeah.
Coop and Technofabulous John.
Coop says silly wabbits. Speaking with Jonathan Ross's voice. Then, if you know who that is, he's someone who can't pronounce his R's. But yeah, it's good to see you, Coop, buddy. I hope you're feeling better. Obviously, I've just got to wind that back quickly. I've missed it. Oh god, long adverts. I have to watch this advert now. Yeah, but it's really good to see you, Coop, because I know you've not been feeling very well. That's why he's not with us today, guys. But yeah, I believe he's on the mend. He's getting the right treatment to get better, and we really hope you do so, Coop, buddy.
Better, brother Coop.
Yeah, definitely. Sorry, I'm half and half in there. Yeah, no, definitely. You know, I don't want to see you go through any bad stuff, my man. So yeah, I hope you feel better soon, buddy. And I'm glad to hear you are feeling better. And what's up, Techno Fabulous John? He's got the ring pops at the waiting.
I think Coop's on the forums for boyfriend dungeon game. And,
Yes, he is. Yeah,
so intrigued in that. He just can't wait.
definitely. Well, he's all over that. Regardless if he doesn't feel good, that will make him feel better. He's all over that boyfriend dungeon. He must have downloaded the demo, I reckon. That's why he didn't want to. He didn't want to
Dad
join.
said he fell off his scooter.
Scooter. You're a word, brilliant. It's good to see you in there, bud. And yeah, so no problem, Davis. Thanks for popping in, my friend. Really appreciate it. And yeah, enjoy your day. So yeah, Juggler's Tale looks cool. It's a shame that it was shown half off the screen, but I think that was partly a reason of their video, which scales weird, because like I said, I had that problem. I thought it was my own problem when I tried to stream it, but I had to sort of do a workaround on it and to stream it. But yeah, I think it was just gutting though, because I hate seeing like half of this screen was cut off on the IGN stream, but luckily this one's perfect now. But yeah, some people were seeing like half and half. So, but yeah, it's all good. We can try and make up for it and get some more love out for this game, because I think it looks really good and deserves a lot of love. So,
I can see myself streaming this.
Nice.
Definitely stream this. So.
That'd be cool. You should, yeah. And also, just off the top of my head, I remembered what you saying. You should stream this. Raji and Ancient Epic, another game I've been following for a while, and I streamed a little while back, has received a release date now. It's coming out in October on PC, Xbox and PS4. It's already out on Switch, but yeah, just thought I'd throw that out there in case you didn't know. So looking forward to checking out Raji in October. Or, yeah, unless you want to check it out on Switch already, which it is out on now. But yeah, let's move on. Have you got any list of anything on yours at all that you wanted me to pull up, or do you want me to just crack on with what I'm doing?
Keep on going. Yeah, you're doing good. Yeah.
Okay, buddy. No worries.
So far, a couple of these have already been on my list. So.
Oh, that's great.
We're on the same page here.
Good stuff. So this one, let's just move back. This one was I didn't have as much on, but I wanted to conclude because I thought it looked quite a cool mechanic to it. Again, I think you have a good mechanic and it sort of functions well in the gameplay. This one's called Aeon Drive, and it's sort of made to be played fast. It's kind of like almost like for speed running, but yeah, it's cool. I got the teleport thing going on where you sort of throw the point forward and you slide through. I think it just looks kind of, it will be some fun gameplay action going on. Don't know if you saw this one at all, my man, or if
I may have seen it, but I didn't. Yeah, I didn't really catch much of it. No
worries, that's cool, buddy.
But it does look good.
Definite. Yeah, I think it looks like a fun game. Like I haven't got as much on this one. It's something I just saw and I grabbed when I was grabbing the trailers together. But I just wanted to sort of show it because I think.
What's the name of this game?
It's called Aeon Drive. There it is up on the screen now. Okay. Yeah, it's I think it's coming to Steam at the moment, but potentially they might get more interest from like today and stuff like that. But yeah, I think it looks cool. I just like sometimes games just it can have a good mechanic and that's the core of it, you know, of it. I mean, it looks great as well. It looks fun. I like the fact you have to play it fast kind of thing. I think if you don't play it fast, the game sort of catches up with you and you die essentially. Right. I think that's so yeah, you have to keep sort of flowing, and that's kind of a cool concept, I think. But yeah, it's
so this is a sequel.
Oh, it's actually a sequel.
Dimension Drive.
Ah, I didn't know that.
If anybody ever played that. Yeah.
What was the original called, sorry?
The other one was called Dimension Drive.
Oh, okay, nice. I didn't know. Awesome. Okay, cool. I have to check that out. But yeah, just think it looks quite cool.
It's another cyberpunk
yes,
game.
It is.
This one's set in Barcelona.
That's very specific cyberpunk. That's good stuff. So you could do like the flamenco as well as you go through.
I like some of the mechanics where you could like just kind of like zip.
Yeah. That's what I was getting at. That's kind of what draws me into it. I mean, I think if it was just running along and stuff, it wouldn't be quite as grabbing. I think that's really cool, that mechanic. I'm not sure like how much combat there is, if there is any, to be honest, but that's why I quite like it. It's like simple, sort of fast flowing Good stuff. Yeah, I just like it. But yes, another game. Moving on from there, I haven't actually pulled it up, so I'll have to quickly type it in. But another game I've had my eye on for a little while, which came up in the stream today. I'm doing a very bad job of talking and typing, as you can tell. It's called Endling, which is a little. Hang on a minute. Let's get it up. It's a little. You play like a fox, and it's just got a lovely little art style to it. I mean, and I like the way it's kind of set in a sort of decaying world as well. It's kind of you saw this one, yeah. It stands out quite a lot, doesn't it? I think it looks nice. You're here. That's cool. Oh, sorry to hear you're not feeling too well, Craig, buddy. But thanks for being here. Don't feel like you have to. Appreciate it, buddy. Hope you feel better, my man.
I appreciate it. Xbox Jesus.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Yeah, Endling looks really cool. I think it's like I say, it's got you sort of surviving essentially in a decaying world. I think it might be in the future as well. So it's got your kind of like fending for your little cubs and stuff like that. It's quite cutesy, but it's also there's some good stuff going on as well. I think it's the art style is very. It is a fact that art styles and visuals do draw you in. They're usually the first thing that bring you in. I mean, and I think this one has a great one. What's your feelings on it, buddy? You've got much show.
I think it looks great. The foxes seem to be also be on the rise.
They do, yeah. There's a
Tunic. You got a fox there. So.
True. There's like there's a couple other games which released. There's what's it called? There's a couple games which released a little while back, and you play a fox.
Yeah.
I forget. It's called something. I forget the name of it. But yeah, like I like the concept. Like what's just happened there on the game is you've been drawn out by essentially a evil human. And they've captured your cub. You've probably noticed that already if you're watching this. But you're kind of like at odds with the human race, and it seems like it's like a hard world to survive in, and it just got something different about it. I can't lie, the visuals are fantastic. The animations look really nice and smooth as well, which is cool. But yeah, I think it's interesting because you've got to sort of like not just think about yourself, you've got to think about your little cubs and stuff. I mean, like I don't have a massive amount on it other than that the visual style is lovely, and I love the way it's kind of like got a lot of depth, and you can see like the sort of like the rough world in the background with the sort of like it's juxtapositioned against kind of your cute cubs, if you know what I mean, and the fox being like sort of lovely looking, if you know what I mean, and then the world's like decaying around you. It's cool. And then the humans grabbing you. But yeah, like I think it looks really nice.
Yeah, it looks beautiful. I mean, just the background, the lighting.
Yeah. Definitely.
It's amazing. A lot of these games, the side scroll, 3D. There's a lot of depth to them nowadays. It's not just a flat.
Definitely.
Drawing on the background.
Definitely, yeah.
Like here, you see action going on there in the background, even though you can't go there.
Really cool,
you see something going on, lighting and yeah. I definitely would love to play this.
I missed it again. Yeah, like that scene. Sorry about the ads, guys. I missed it. Oh my god, I can get back. Yeah, like that scene there, I think is really cool. It's kind of like what I was trying to say a minute ago, where you've got in the background, you've got like the dumpster like dumping all the crap into the water, which is obviously not ideal and must be sort of like a decaying situation there. And obviously, you're in the foreground as a fox. I just think it's cool. I think it's different. I feel like there's going to be a lot of that sort of thing going on in it, where you sort of go to sort of you're sort of contrasted in the world against like harsh things and stuff like that. I feel like that's the avenue they're going to be going down with it. But yep, I think it looks cool. I think it looks good. So yeah, definitely check it out. I think actually as well, you can check this game out at the moment on Steam as a demo, which I've actually did download myself, so I might be checking that one out. But yeah, you can download it on the Steam. If you go to the Indie Arena booth section on Steam, there's a ton of demos to download. So this is one of them at the moment. As I said, Tunic's on there as well, and a bunch of others as well. Lots of good stuff there, so do check them out while you can on the Gamescom weekend. Yes. So if I've gone through all these, let's see. Yeah, let's just put that back. Yeah, so any others off the top of your head? It doesn't have to be from today. It can be any of the weekend
there
stuff.
was one, I don't know if you saw it, called Resort.
Yeah, I know Resort. Yeah. When was that show? I missed that, I think. But I know Resort. Yeah. I'll look
It
up.
was shown maybe yesterday
Oh, right, cool.
or the day before.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Oh, that's not going to come up as that.
There's a couple here. And so Resort is one of them. Those type of games like this Resort, kind of like they had my attention.
Yeah, like I saw this one ages ago, and the only thing I saw about it when I first saw it was just like a photo, not even the video, and it was really early on, and it had a cool look about it. You see what I mean? It's like got that sort of Firewatch kind of feel to the kind of like.
That's what I was gonna. Yeah, I was trying to remember that one. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I think it's cool. This is
like, like we got the one called The Lake coming out. Like
yeah, it feels like that a bit, doesn't it?
I just like those type of games, even though they're not.
Yeah.
No one's being, there's no shooting, no hacking, I'm okay there with that, because these games, I like to get up early in the morning and I'll give me a coffee and I'll sit down on my couch in the living room. I have an Xbox One X over there.
Nice.
And I'll just relax and play an early game, and these are the type of games that I could do that while I'm relaxing, and they have an interesting story to them also. This one here, it says it has no publisher. I guess they're just self-published indie.
So have you looked it up now? Have you on?
Looking a little bit. Coming out on Windows and Mac and Switch.
Right. Yeah, I think it's still quite early, because, like I said, when I first looked it up, it was like there wasn't even a trailer for a while. So I was like, okay, but it still looks cool. I'm going to keep an eye on it. Sometimes I'll just follow games really early on before they've even done. Like Juggler's Tale was exactly the same, actually. I followed Juggler's Tale before they even had their trailer. They had a GIF. That's all they had, and it was just like, I know this is going to be cool. You know what I mean? It's sort of like sometimes you can just get it from like a little like slice of the game, and you can feel like where they're going with it, kind of thing. But yeah, Resort looks cool. Actually, this isn't the trailer I've seen of Resort. I don't think I've seen all that. I'm gonna put that back.
One other one that caught my on No Longer Home.
Yeah, just going back to your point about Resort. Yes, they by the look of it, they're self-publishing maybe, or they might seek a publisher, but not everyone does. Like, obviously, they can self-publish. A lot of people can do that, through the ID Xbox program. They'll do that, or they'll just do it themselves, kind of thing, which is cool. Like again, Song of Iron's going to be doing that, self-publishing. Many others as well, which is always good. But yeah, so it's on Steam at the moment. Is it Backwards Entertainment who are doing it? Which is cool. I like the look of it. I get your vibe, and I really like your sort of explanation for the reason you like it. I like the way you want to just chill, have your coffee and just chill with it, which is.
I mean, that's how I am on the weekends, and then maybe later on during the day, I jump on something a little bit more.
Definitely
action.
Oh yeah,
like
sure thing.
Later on, I'm gonna be playing Wasteland 3, so definitely some interesting action going on there. I've been hearing some good things on Twitter. So
good stuff. Yeah, no, that's the thing, isn't it? Like sometimes you want to play a game where you're playing a same as Doom Eternal or something, and then you're like, I've had a bit of now I've blasted people away. At like intense sort of like blasting. Maybe I just want to chill with a Firewatch style game now. You know what I mean?
I was playing Carry On in the morning too with my coffee. So
fair enough. Yeah.
I was chewing up people for breakfast.
That's cool. I like it. That's a good way to start the day, I'd say. Brilliant. Yeah. So what was the other one you just mentioned? I missed.
No Longer Home. I think it's a Kickstarter game.
No Longer Home.
Yeah. I think it was shown No Longer Home by Humble Group.
Yep, got it. There we go.
And this one reminds me of
this looks like
Goose Game.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that, yeah. Definitely. It's definitely got that art style, hasn't it? For sure. That is 100%.
But you've also been seeing more games like this where, remember the one yesterday y'all were showing where it looked like a apartment building, and then you had different apartments where you can rotate, and you go in. I guess you see what's going on with the families or people that live in the apartments.
I remember that. Yeah, I forget the name of it now.
I've been seeing more games like that lately.
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of minimalist, isn't it? Minimalistic, which is cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't check this one out. Did you glean much from the trailer as to what it's about, or is it quite story based? Is it?
It's just a single player story based.
Yeah. Nice. No, good stuff.
I didn't see much about.
Yeah.
So this one was made by two, recent university graduates.
Cool. That's pretty damn cool.
They're over there in the UK.
Seems like a chill kind of game again, which is nice. Definite. Let me just delve into something over here.
So here it looks like examine the everyday belongings of Bo and Ao. Delve into their thoughts and insights and mold your interpretation of the characters through branching multiple choice dialogue. At barbecues, play video games, and stay up late. Just talking in bed.
Nice.
I guess you're playing as a couple.
Yep.
Everyday life, and I guess you choose how the game plays out.
Yeah.
Dialogue tree, I guess so.
Yeah. It sounds interesting. Sorry, I'm being a bit vacant. I'm just trying to do something.
Okay, I see why they call it No Longer Home, because I'll go back to the two couple you're playing. They both recently graduated from college, and then they're out on their own, on the flat, at their own place. So, struggle to find work and meaning of post-education life, which a lot of people do.
Most definitely, so it's a relatable story.
Yeah. So it interests me. I know a lot of people be like Dad's like, what?
He loves the deer god, they say.
What's up, JMT?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, what's up, JMTM? Is somebody else confused
about the way Gamescom is taking place online?
Honestly suspects the daily show is to proceed in a similar fashion as with the opening night. Lots of the games presented in the different categories on the websites of Gamescom don't seem to appear anywhere. Lots of the games presented on the different categories on the website of Gamescom. I wonder if you're looking at the Indie Arena booth, possibly.
Because let's see, where am I at?
I know what you mean. There's so many games, but like you're thinking of the Indie Arena booth, which that's the list of games, and they don't essentially appear there. It's quite weird because they've got like Pumpkin Jack and stuff like that, which haven't appeared in anywhere in the actual any of the shows, which is a little bit odd, I have to say. I don't know if that's what you meant, JM, but times are weird at the moment, so it's going to be a little bit odd. I know a lot of people are just crying out for E3 to come back and be normal again, but it is tough times. So
and now Gamescom,
Yeah, how it is normally. Yeah, it's a massive event normally. So, I've just pulled up another game which showed in the Future Games show, which was Sable. You may have seen this before. I don't know if you remember seeing it. Yep.
Yep.
Distinctive art style for this
I think
one.
I've seen it before they showed it.
Yeah, you probably have. Yeah. There's
I think this came out in one of the Idea Xbox.
Yeah, I've showed this a few times as
I
well
believe
from
it's gonna be
those.
Game Pass, maybe.
Could well be a game that gets into Game Pass, I would say. Yeah. It looks really cool. There's just been a few people talking about the frame rate on the trailer. I don't know whether there's an issue with the frame rate. Some people are saying that's the animation style, but then it looks like the whole screen's juddering a little bit. I don't know if you were getting that.
Yeah, I saw y'all talking about that.
Did you see? Yeah.
It's kind of hard to tell. I don't know if it was part the art style or, you know, most people are watching on their phone or whatever.
I personally think. I don't think it's the animations. I think that is kind of people to suggest that because they might be like, but if you could see it sort of juddering as a whole, the whole screen, it could, yeah, it definitely is there. But like at the end of the day, it's not finished, and I'm sure it'll be smoothed out. And like, because I've seen maybe previous trailers where it wasn't quite as. It's not. I shouldn't focus on that because the game looks awesome. Again, it's. I think it's in production still. They added a year to production as well, so that might be one of the reasons they wanted to do that to make sure everything's all nice and smooth. I have a feeling it's going to be 60 frames per second on Xbox when it releases. The limitless amount on PC, obviously. But yeah, like it's got some cool things going on. I love the Crushed Black sort of almost comic book style art style. It's got like in my opinion, because it's fresh in my mind, I played Journey recently. I don't know if you've played Journey ever in your life.
Yes.
You have.
Oh yeah,
nice.
I love that game.
Yeah, I played that recently. It's got that sort of vibe to it, almost like the desert, you know what I mean? It's kind of got that sort of like serene vibe to it, which I think looks cool. Definitely interested to check this game out. It's confirmed for Xbox and I think all consoles actually, but it's been shown in the Idea Xbox reel, hasn't it, a few times. That's why it's quite on people's brains. It stands out as well. That's a cool thing about it. You see it, it's kind of like it's Sable kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, so you enjoy the kind of again, it's maybe up your street, that kind of relaxing kind of vibe.
Yeah, I mean, I like how. Yeah, you're just traveling, exploring.
Yeah. Definite.
I guess. Yeah, I like the art style. It's just different.
Yes. Yeah, it is cool. I like I said, I definitely get that sort of Journey feel about it as well. Platforming, yeah. And you got some like mechanics there where you float in the orb, which is pretty cool. It is like cool. It's got like a sort of it's almost got like a language thing going on as well with it. Maybe like I wonder if this is where this world is set. Is it does seem a bit like otherworldly to me, but especially with that dude. What's up, Infinite buddy? Thanks for popping in. Really appreciate it. But yeah, no, definitely Sable's one on my list of games to be checking out for sure. Just going through a bit of the old yesterday's list of games here.
Where are you going to look up that?
I've just got it on the Games Radar website. Yeah, if you go to Games Radar, on my other one, I've got my own list, but this one's off their website. Here's a cool game I'd like to show, which Mask is probably going to predict, because I went a bit wild when it came on, even though I hadn't seen it before. But let's get this one up. If I can do that, that is. Oh God. Apologies, guys. If Fastback's got anything to say right now, maybe.
After you show this one, there was one about it was a camping game, a co-op camping game.
Co-op camping game.
I'm trying to find that one. It was shown. Where did I see it at? I think it was on the Gamescom deal. I was watching it for a little bit. If it's yesterday or the day before.
I don't remember a co-op camping game. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So, hopefully that's up on the screen. A nice racing game. I know you like racing games as well, Fastback. So yeah, it's kind of a top-down race. I was crying out, you see. I really wanted Circuit Superstars to come up, or Hot Shot Racing, and then Hot Shot Racing I found out had already came up essentially. But I think this game looks really, really cool. Mini motor racing. Yeah, it looks fun. And also I found out that this game is actually already out, which is even better. It's actually already out on PS4 and it's out on Steam at the moment, so you can check this bad boy out. This was an announcement for the Switch release of the game, but yeah, you can play this game already on Steam for around 15, I believe, and PS4 as well. The Xbox hasn't got it yet, obviously, but you know, Steam Switch will have it soon in September, I think. But yeah, it looks really cool. It's kind of mad as well, which is awesome. I know you like cars and stuff like that. You play many racing games as well, Fastback?
Oh yeah.
I thought you must.
Like, especially with the top down, one of my favorite arcade racing games was the Off Road, where it had the 4 steering wheels. And
nice.
If you remember that.
Which was it called? So Off Road, or?
Yeah.
I don't think I've played that one.
And I think there was another one that, you know, as you race, you could pick up some, nitro, and just different, parts for your vehicle. So you added them on in between races. So.
Cool. So is it
cool. I like the where you shoot in a missile.
Yep. Yep.
There was another. I'm trying to remember. There was a game that I would play with Siberia and Dirty J.
Oh, I think I know. Yeah, I think I remember you talking about that a while ago. Yeah, I remember you saying. I can't remember the name of that.
Something similar like this. Where you
yeah, definitely. I quite enjoy these top-down style racing games. I mean, the one I really am looking for, the 3 racing games I'm really looking forward to. It's the indie resurgence, by the way, at the moment with racing indie racing resurgence at the moment, and there's 3 which I'm looking forward to. Which are Hot Shot. Yeah.
Wasn't there one called a Rally something?
Art of Rally is definitely up the top there for my list. I've spoken to the developer about getting a review copy, and he's put me on the list for that. That's awesome. Nice. So, yeah, he's cool. And there is Hot Shot Racing, Art of Rally, and Circuit Superstars are like the 3 that I'm really looking forward to. Circuit Superstars, I'm gonna say now, I played it with Master Mayhem in EGX. He's gonna hate me now, but I thrashed him. I think I lapped him actually. He's gonna kill me now. I gotta get it out there, Master. my moment of glory. It was awesome meeting up with Master in real life. Like, it just be cool to meet up with some more people. I happened to miss Xbox Jesus that day, unfortunately, but next time EGX we're gonna meet up. So looking forward to that, and as many other people as possible who are in the UK. But yeah, like Circuit Superstars, really cool game. Definitely check that out. It's Scandalous Lies, yes. It was a ton of fun. But Art of Rally is amazing looking, like rally games against top down from sort of a higher perspective from behind, and looks incredible. I've showed it a few times. I think I showed it on one of our streams together. Spoiler alert, it might be in the intro that I've made for the podcast. I've put together a bit of a montage of an intro for the Indie Games podcast, guys, so you can, hopefully you'll like it when it's next week when we do that. But yeah, it might be in that little montage too. But yeah, there's some cool racing games coming. It's good to see, because sometimes AAA is you know, games are, it's got a lot of racing games are AAA, aren't they? So, and I really like these old style kind of top down, or it doesn't even have to be top down, just like a different take on it from an indie perspective. But yeah, definitely.
Definitely will play this. I know there's a top down game like this that's going to be on the Amico.
Oh right, yeah, I think I remember seeing the clips.
And they got the one that's it's like a racetrack, like a Hot Wheels type cross, where you can run into each other. What's cool about that is that, okay, if you get taken out, you can still do things to influence the rest of the vehicles that's still on the track. So, you know, it still keeps people engaged even if your vehicle's out.
That's cool. No, that is good. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a little quick break.
Okay, no worries, buddy. That is totally cool.
Yeah, quick, just a restroom break. Right back.
Okay, cool. No worries. Okay. Let me pull up something else, guys, while we're waiting. Let's see what Mask Mayhem says. Mask Mayhem says, do you have any info on Paradise Lost? That one got my attention with just the preview trailer. Was that more? Do I have any more information? As in from when? So I see it was in there today, I believe, actually, Mask. So do you mean any additional information to that, or do you mean additional information from yesterday? That doesn't make any sense. I think you know what I mean. It was in there today. If you didn't see that, basically, I'll get that up if you like. Nothing like some dead air. There we go. Good stuff. How you doing, guys? Hanging on. Hopefully we can't hear him going to the toilet. Good stuff. It was on your radar before the show today. So you haven't seen today's one. Maybe there's a new trailer. Let's see. There was a trailer today anyway, bud. So let's see. Cool. There we go. If you haven't seen this trailer, oh yeah, I remember this trailer was pretty cool actually. Yeah, Paradise Lost. I don't know if you've heard of that one, Fastback.
I believe so. Yeah.
It's been up before. I don't know massive amount on it. Mask said about it. He said he's been keen on this one. He's had it on his radar, so I thought I'd pull it up and see. You did see it today. Okay, cool, buddy. It was a cool trailer anyway. Have a look at it now. I haven't got a massive amount on it.
Paradise Lost. Yes. This was definitely.
Oh, you mentioned this one before, haven't you? When we talked before.
Kind of like an altered
reality, yeah.
Of the World War II.
Yeah, that's it. Yes, so yeah, that's quite cool. You can put that up. Cheers, Mask.
Cool. There's another.
Because that was one of the games you said when we did the first show, wasn't it? The test show.
Yes.
Then you mentioned about this. Yeah, this trailer was pretty cool. You didn't see this one today, no?
How you go? I'm excited.
Yeah, it's quite a cool thing going on. Right, it's kind of. I don't know if there was gameplay towards it. I think it was just a cinematic vibe.
I guess they're showing more of. Yeah, because they didn't show the Nazis the first time.
Right, so they sort of letting little bits out, kind of thing, to show. Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
It's coming to Steam.
What's the date it got at the moment?
No, it just says 2020.
2020.
Yeah.
So, what's it got at the end of this trailer? Has it got a date of it all? Add to your wish list. Oh, it's all in games as well. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, all in, yeah.
So, yeah.
Hopefully, they say 2020. They haven't given us a date or a month, so.
Yeah.
Kind of close to the end here. So
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does look like a Fallout game. I was getting vibes of like a Metro, kind of with as well. Those kind of.
Bioshock.
Yeah, definite. Looks cool. Okay, so it's an emotion-driven post-apocalyptic story. Discover the mystery of the underground city hidden in an abandoned Nazi bunker, where Slavic mythology mixes with unusual technology. So there we go. Sounds cool.
Yeah, like the nature has something to play with it, like that tree. Something, I guess. 'Cause he went in the bunker. There was no Nazis, I think. So he's trying to figure out what happened. Like, where did they go? So maybe with the Slavic mythologies, maybe something happened where
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Nazis with that. So
it's interesting. Definitely, I like the plays on reality, alternate realities, and stuff like that. It's cool. It's got that Wolfenstein sort of feel to it, like with that sort of stuff, hasn't it? But
yeah,
don't know if it's got as much sort of. That's got a bit of a comedy feel, almost like Wolfenstein, hasn't it? Like sometimes. Some of the jokes and that, but yeah, it looks interesting. Yes, let's have a quick butchers. Let's put up this one actually. I'll let that go back one more time. Got something else. And apologies for the handmade nature of today. Just putting it together on the fly sort of thing, guys. Usually we'd have it a bit more ready, but we're just doing it on the fly action.
yeah, chilling and talking games, from indie games. So
exactly. Quickly. Roll. Oh god, that was on the wrong one. Sorry, guys.
let's see, what is this?
Yeah, so I mean,
What else? Did you see anything new that wasn't shown before?
that wasn't shown. I mean, as a whole, I feel like I was a bit I don't want to say, I hate saying it, but mildly disappointed with some of the stuff that didn't come out, because when I follow a lot of games, a lot of indie games, which are really awesome, and it's all down to it's all subjective at the end of the day. I was saying this on the stream yesterday, but you know, there's a lot of games I know which deserve their limelight, you know, deserve the limelight, if you see what I mean. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's whether they're ready for that at that time and stuff. They might still be a bit far off, but I think, you know, just things like, you know, seeing a bit of like Pumpkin Jack, I said that a little while ago, and there's other games with like I Knew the Distant Light. It deserves, that's got not much hype for that game at all, but it's amazing. It's one of my favorite upcoming games for sure. I feel like ID Xbox are doing an amazing job of keeping people in the loop. That's another thing, actually. There was an ID Xbox video that went out. I will get that up in a minute as well. We'll have a look at that. That was within the showcase. So, but it actually went out alone. I shared it on Twitter. Jubei Sensei, what's up, brother? He's lurking. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, they are killing it, that's for sure. But yeah, let's just quickly get up what I was going to do.
There's one game after what you do is called Figment Creed Valley.
Yes, I know that one. It's a puzzle game, isn't it? Kind of. Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah, I'll get that up. That sounds cool. So anyway, just brought up Chris Tales. I've spoken quite a lot about this game already, but I feel like it deserves some good attention. It's a JRPG story-based game. It was shown in the Future Game Show yesterday, and it's got turn-based combat, really nice art style, a really cool time-based mechanic where if you see that triangle across the screen, that's a division. It comes in at certain points of the game where you have to sort of use the past, present, and future to figure out certain puzzles and stuff like that, so you can see the past and the present in the middle and the future on the right simultaneously, and you sort of you could like hover it across people and see them get older and things like that, and how the town changes and stuff like that. It's kind of cool little mechanic, but it got a cool there's also the combat as well uses some of that in there too. Like there was a bit where I was doing some turn-based action combat and I had to get them wet, and then I had to move it into the future so that their armor would rust, so then I could then sword them down basically. Get them wet is gonna get Daz going, I'm sure. But yeah, like Chris Tales, I think it looks really cool. I don't play a massive amount of JRPGs. Played the demo of this one, hour and a half demo, quite a good chunk of it. And it was a ton of fun. Really enjoyed it. Nice art style, as I say. Story's really nicely done. Voice acting as well. Really good game. Check it out if you like RPGs, and maybe even if you don't, I highly recommend checking it out. Would you check something out like this, Fastback? You into JRPGs or RPGs?
Yeah, no, I'm not really. I'm into RPGs, but
yeah,
this one, yeah, doesn't really up to me right away, you know.
Fair enough, buddy. Yeah.
But if you recommend
I
it,
recommend try it. There's a demo, so you can try the demo. It's kind of like I don't usually play these sort of games, so I think it's nice to sort of try stuff you don't always try. I love the art style too, Jerry. Yeah.
Turn-based?
The turn-based. Like I say, I don't play many turn-based games either as well. So it's
Yeah, I like turn-based, so.
It's out on November the 17th as well. They've got a release date set, locked in. You like turn-based, that's cool. Nice. Yeah, I want to get into more turn-based games, I think. Awesome to see Jeepers in the chat. How's it going, Jeepers, bro? It is always a pleasure to see your little icon pop up, buddy. It's good stuff. How's it going? How's it going, everyone in the chat? Let us know. Any games that you've noticed over this time, Gamescom time, any other indie games at all that you are keen, to get your hands on, let us know. But yeah, like I say, it's sometimes nice to try stuff outside the normal realm, be open-minded about it. I'm talking to myself kind of thing here, where I said if I'd try this game out, because the art style, again, that got me in the door almost. I think it looks nice, the art style. It's really nicely polished as well, which is cool. And the fact that it's got the voice acting is nice, because sometimes JRPGs can have a ton of text to read and stuff like that. So it's quite nice to have that voice acting, which is nicely done. But yeah, 17th of November, is that potentially the release of the new console? I wonder if it could be around that time, couldn't it? But yeah, so a cool little studio doing this game anyway. And I feel like they've come out with something pretty awesome. It's definitely got that JRPG feel to it. Like it's like a it's got when they speak, it pops up like you see like their faces talking in that sort of way that Japanese games always seem to do it. If you see what I mean, it sort of like comes up with a drawing of them talking, and then it's done in that way. But once you get kind of used to it, and that's how it sort of works, and the gameplay, it's really cool. And if you, like you say, you enjoy a bit of turn-based action, Fastback, you're already halfway there, brother. So check it out. That's good stuff. So what was the game you just mentioned a minute ago that I said I was going to pull up? I forget now. Oh god, I've totally lost it. What was it? That's weird.
I went past it. Figment, Creed Valley.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, cool. Cheers. I'll get that up.
I thought that was kind of unique.
Yeah.
I like the art
I'll give. So if you want to talk a little bit for a tick, sorry, my man, and then I'll grab that up. Say hi to
there's another after we see this. There's another cyberpunk. I'm going through all these games, and you're seeing several cyberpunk type, involved influence games.
There is indeed. Yeah, are you down for that cyberpunk? Do you like cyberpunk?
I do, especially right now. Like I'm all about Cyberpunk.
Yep.
It's a big game.
What the actual the cyberpunk 2077? Yeah.
I do like some of these other ones, like Ascent.
Oh, that looks great. Yeah, Ascent looks really cool.
So look forward to that. But yeah, ever since I saw the movie Harrison Ford, and he's kind of based in the world like that.
Oh, in Blade Runner, yeah.
Runner.
Yep.
I've always been intrigued with that kind of style.
Yes, no, it's super cool. I like the cyberpunk setting for sure. It's you know, and you've got like also I don't know if you heard about you know the game Observer. I don't know if you've ever played that game, the indie game Observer by I think it's Bloober Team who made that game. But they're having like a next gen update on it, and it looks bloody amazing. Observer's kind of like a sort of horror-ish kind of like, but cyberpunk horror kind of thing. But they put out like a trailer of how it's going to look with a sort of remaster, yeah, and it looks so good. Has anyone in the chat seen that trailer, that Observer sort of remaster thing they've got going on? It looks super cool. Observer's an awesome game anyway, but it's this made it look even more amazing. That cyberpunk thing we're going on the next gen, so it shows the difference, kind of what you can do. But yeah, it's I'm looking forward to that. But I've just pulled up. Oh, I shouldn't need to do that actually. Figment Creed Valley. I know you forgot the name of it then. What's up, VJ? How's it going, buddy? Have you got your cup of tea at the ready? How many sugars, bud? You got the PG tips going.
When you make your cup of tea, put your milk in first, cream in first.
Oh no, Sean.
No.
Oh no. Get milk's in last. Yeah. So you got the you got that bag, the tea bag and water. Yeah. Squeeze that out nice. Like I think in his picture actually, he looks pretty proficient at making cup of tea. That's the right strength to me in that picture he's got there. If that's one of his own. So yeah, that's awesome. What's up, Generational Gamer? Thanks for popping in, my friend. Really appreciate it. Stinking Corpse, how's it going, brother? Awesome to see you. It's really appreciate all you guys. Thank you very much for coming in. Figment Creed Valley is kind of like a puzzle game, kind of a quirky one. I don't know a lot about it. You said about this one. Have you do you know much about Figment Creed Valley, Fastback, or just grab your eye?
I saw the trailer. I just kind of like the way it looked.
Yeah, it's got sort of it's kind of quirky. I remember seeing the developer talk about this, and it was on I think it was like The Escapist. You remember they did the show, but also then they did sort of some kind of like deeper dives into it with the developer, which was cool. I remember him talking about it, and he's really passionate about it. It was kind of cool. Always helps, I think.
An action adventure game set in human mind.
That's it. Yeah, there's that. The psychological.
Chaos enemies have overrun one peaceful lands.
Yes, yeah. It's got the puzzle elements where you have to sort of change the setting.
But I like the art style of it.
It is quite nice, isn't it? Actually, yeah, it's different.
You are in someone's mind, you know, in the dream, a nightmare. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. It's like anything goes in your mind, like of the dream world, if you know what I mean. It's quite cool. It's quite a sort of good playground for doing quirky stuff. But yeah, no sugar, sir, just a dash of milk. Oh, so he's a purist tea drinker.
Yeah, I'm kind of like that too. I don't. Of course, we don't call it tea over here. When I drink coffee, I don't put sugar. I just put creamer.
That's cool. You know. Do you not have like tea, like as in tea and coffee, like different? You don't have tea sort of thing over there?
Well, no. You know, especially here where I'm at in South Texas.
Yeah.
It's all about sugar. So, and my wife makes a good brew of tea. She likes her tea warm. She don't like ice in it.
Right.
It's sweet, warm, sweet tea. I like I like ice and lemon in my tea. We're talking two different tea touches, but it's just that's a southern tea that
Is it? That's cool.
Here, so.
I like it. Yeah, that's...
I like a good brewed tea, a hot tea, every once in a while.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I tend to drink too much coffee, probably.
I drink a couple every morning for work. I need my coffee in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I gotta get it. It's the fuel of life. But
so this game says early release, early 2021.
Yep.
On
yeah.
Steam.
I think
I'm
it's
not sure
cool.
what other platforms it's coming on, but
it's got like a lot of like puzzles. Like here's one there, like it's figuring the puzzles out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely an interesting one for fans of the puzzle games. Some big controversy has been raised around the tea in the chat, I think.
I know, yes. I have a cousin from the UK.
Oh, really?
And,
cool.
when they came over to visit, his wife was making everybody some tea. So
yeah. Yeah, I have to admit I'm a bit naughty. I have the sugar in there, but I have sweeteners instead. But yeah, coffee, baby. It's all good.
It says ice cold beer. Yes.
Yeah, root beer is what Jeepers likes. Jeepers loves his root beer. I think if he still loves it, that is.
Okay, so one other game was Game Deck.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think we talked about it last time.
I'll tell you what, you mind keeping that one? I've got another link lined up already, so we'll do Game Deck after if that's right. I've got the Game Pass stroke idea Xbox
Not
reel.
sure if I saw that
This was sort of popped out on Twitter on its own, I think, and then it was shown in this in the actual show as well. But actually, I better not put that up. It's got a lot of music, probably. Yeah.
That one, the car. I heard it had some nice music in that one.
Yeah. So there was this fast-paced. It's got games that are out today and also games that are future coming. So it's quite interesting because some of these have been confirmed and then some of them haven't actually been talked about. Like there's a game called Backbone. Backbone. I forget the rest of the title. I think it's. Let me just double check. I think it's Backbone. That might be the full title actually. But it's. Let me check it. Yeah, it's just called Backbone. But we'll go back and have a quick butchers. What's going on? Just opened up Rand. Oh my god! I shouldn't really say this because people probably bugger off. I just opened up Rand's one. I thought it was the same chat, and I was like, "What the hell?" So I had a super chat. I haven't got super chat. Accidentally opened up Rand L4's. There we go. That's funny. And now we've gone to the next video. It's all good. What is going on? Wowzers. Madness. Okay, what was I even saying? Backbone. Yeah, so that game there is actually called Backbone. I've said that out 1,000 times now. Unto the end there. Backbone is this game, which is a cool, like, noir sort of thriller game, which looks really awesome. I've had my eye on it for a while. You can get a Steam prologue demo of it if you wanted to check it out. But this game, it looks really cool, and they're not mentioning anything about it within this trailer, but they're sort of sneaking it in there at the start, and there's a very small, so they've done a little sneaky tease there, maybe for people who are paying attention for future, if you see what I mean. Spiritfarer, obviously that's already out. We've got that's Drake Hollow, which is now out on Game Pass as well. It actually came out yesterday, I think. Dead Cells. And so there's a mix of a new and old on this. That's that new game that's just come out that I forget the name of, but there's Unto the End and Gonna 2. So Unto the End, that's been confirmed for to be coming to Game Pass, which is damn awesome. Unless they've confirmed Backbone as well, they might have done. But I'm all over Unto the End when that comes out. Yeah, Gonna 2, Drake Hollow there. It's very fast-paced one, Haven there. I'm not sure. Oh, that was a very sneaky little bit. Oh, there's your carrion buddy. Forager. Spiritfarer. So yeah, it's a very quick one. It's sort of started just cementing it, I think, showing the IGN crowd as well that, you know, we've got games coming and go, so coming as well as staying, if you see what I mean. Star Renegades as well is a quite a hot game that's coming soon. That's that one. That's like a very funny sort of quirkiness with the screen. Yeah, Star Renegades is like an RPG which looks really cool. It's kind of like futuristic. It's kind of a JRPG, but it's futuristic style. So yeah, that's a cool one for those kind of fans of that game. But yeah, this is kind of a real quick 1 minute trailer of the ID Xbox, but they always do them so well. That one is super fast paced though, but again, I think that's more of an advert to join Game Pass, as we can see, for everyone, for the wider audience. But yeah, Double Kick Heroes is what that game is. Moss said he's all over it. Yeah, that's out in Game Pass now. Anything in there grab your attention?
First month of Ultimate for $1, but that's if you never had it. So
that's right. Yeah, if you've never tried it before.
Don't play that card where it's only $1.
Yeah, you hear that a lot, don't you? Yeah, it's, you know, people are always going to moan, aren't they, about it? But, you know, at the end of the day, it's doing really well, Game Pass, and it's.
For me, I think Game Pass, especially Ultimate's worth the money.
Oh, definitely, especially when you're playing on PC as well. You know, it's an awesome service. Like, there's a ton of games that are on Game Pass PC which aren't on the Xbox as well, which is cool because they haven't come over to Xbox yet. So you get extra value there. You got like games like Ape Out and Grease and things like that which haven't come to Xbox yet, and they're on the PC one. There's a ton more as well, which is. It's a damn good service. You can't argue it, even though some people try to. Most people know it though. But yeah, it's good. It's good. So let's go to some game deck action, shall we? Quickly grab that up. Is there anything that grabbed your eye in the ID Xbox? Any games in there, or anything you're looking forward to in that ID Xbox?
Oh, there was that one where they were driving. I just caught that.
Yeah, that's
It's got some heavy metal music.
Yeah, that's Double Kick Heroes. That one.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's already out.
It's out, just come out. Yeah, I think. Yeah, so I don't know a massive amount about it, but
just want to play for the music.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in a game for music, definitely play The Messenger, because I think the music in The Messenger is really, really cool. But it is obviously like old school style, you know, sort of 16-bit music, 8-bit music. But then it's really cool because like when you get into the game later, you play 8-bit and it's all like 8-bit, and then there's these like portals where you'll go through and change into 16-bit, and the graphics change to 16-bit, and so does the music styling. It's more another layer of that same song. So it's so clever. There's a lot to that game, which is really awesome. Highly recommend it. Again, The Messenger is getting shout out of the day. But let's get this game deck action. So yeah, game deck to me kind of makes me think of Disco Elysium, but Cyberpunk again, if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
Which is it should hopefully be on the screen right now. I need to go full screen. Everyone knows my analytics now. That's all good. Yeah, so there we got some game deck action. Yeah, so it's kind of RPG, isn't it? What's your thoughts on game deck, my man?
Wait, this ain't out yet, though, right?
Not out yet. No, don't believe.
No, I mean this one had when I first saw it, had my eye on it.
It's coming 2021.
Player choices, narrative.
Yes, exactly. It seems like it's got a lot of depth to it.
Yeah, it does.
You know, it's again, like I say, that's what it reminds me of, that sort of top-down.
Like a detective, or
yeah, exactly. Yeah, like
a Sherlock cyberpunk world.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like those where I sort of think it's like Disco Elysium, because that's like a detective style game with a lot of depth on the RPG front. I think it has a similar vibe. This is an announcement for the Nintendo Switch, by the way. It's this trailer you're watching at the moment is the Switch version, and it's coming to Switch. It's confirmed. It's coming in 2021 as well, by the way. So yeah, definitely a good game. I think RPG fans, who like the depth of real detail, I would say. There you go. There's the Switch. But is it something you think you might be picking up, or?
Yeah, I can see myself playing that.
Yep, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks interesting, definitely, for sure. Good stuff. But yeah, I've got.
Get enough of that Cyberpunk.
Yeah, well, that's it. I think they're doing a nice job of it by the look of it. A lot of sort of the world looks pretty interesting to me.
Yeah.
It looks like an interesting place to explore.
So lately we had IGN, we had some Xbox trailer, we had some Gamescom. What else? I'm still trying to find. There's a game where it's a multiplayer game where you can build together. It was an indie game, but it just showed it. They were showing it. I can't remember if anybody in the chat recalls a game recently shown about kind of like a survival camp multiplayer game.
Oh, that's one thing we've had a ton of is survival games. I think feels like we've had so many, and I have to say, like, they're not my sort of thing personally, but every time they come up, I'm thinking, you know what I mean? But I'm very open-minded, but sometimes survival.
Mayhem, yeah, I agree that Altered Carbon, that's a cool Netflix show.
Oh right, it's a Netflix show, is it? Oh, cool.
And King's Bounty 2, I think I remember seeing that. Which, yeah, I like turn-based. Going back to the old days, and Final Fantasy and of course KOTOR.
Yep.
Like it's action turn-based, I guess.
Yes. Yeah. No, it's cool. Yeah, it's I like a bit of turn-based nowadays. I'm starting to get into it. I mean, it's not. I haven't been playing many over the last few years, kind of, but like just in the recent times, I'm sort of starting to think, why aren't I kind of opening myself up to that? So like, I might check out Star Renegades as a cool turn-based game. So yeah, I think you might be interested in that actually. Maybe I'll just quickly pull that up. Oh,
plus, that's not an indie game.
Cool, yeah, so Star Renegades. It's got this pixel art sort of style to it, but I think it's really nicely done. The depth and the turn-based action. But it's supposed to be one of the hot sort of releases for that sort of style of game. So yeah, hopefully it will deliver. I don't know a massive amount about it because I haven't been following this particular game, but I think it's definitely one to watch, and it's coming out in September as well, so highly recommend keeping it on the radar. I think it looks pretty cool. Got a nice sort of look to it, and like the mechs and stuff look pretty fun as well, that sort of action. But yeah, was there any other games that you sort of
it's called Survivalist. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the one that where you can team up together with friends, crafting, building.
Is that the one that was on the
it was on
Indie World?
Game. May have been on Indie World too.
Yeah, I think it was.
Future Game Show also. And I just caught that the other day. I was like,
Yeah, that was on the Indie World. I think that was where it was revealed as well, actually.
Yeah. I like. What's funny is I went over yesterday when my truck broke down.
Yeah.
So I went over to my in-laws, with my brother-in-law, my father-in-law, and my niece and my nephews were there. Both my nephews and my brother-in-law were playing Ark Survival. So
Oh, really
they were
cool.
all in there together. And I can, a few years ago when I had got laid off in 2015, that game was my work for a while. I put over 1,000 hours in that game.
Amazing.
When I saw them playing all together, I'm like, don't make me. I said, don't make me jump in that game again. Go in there. It's a fun game. It's a lot of work. It's definitely fun. I met some cool people playing that game.
That's cool.
I like these survival multiplayer games.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and I that's cool. I love that you do like that, because as a team, then it gives us a broader sort of spectrum, because I don't play a massive amount of these sort of survival games. That's probably my fault as well. I mean, maybe I should play more. But it's cool that you do, because everyone has their own tastes and stuff like that, which is great. There's a diverse and broad variety of games out there, different styles of games, and the more you try different stuff, the better, isn't it? I think. It's, yes. So yeah, I think I saw this on the Switch Indie World. That was where I know this from. But yeah, so you thought you dig in this sort of this game? You're feeling good about it?
Yeah, I can see myself playing that.
Yep. Cool.
Got a little bit of action there all around. It's kind of like a mini Ark. Like a 16-bit.
Definitely. It's Team 17 and publishing as well, which is cool.
Yeah.
That's good.
Maybe I'll try the beta.
Sorry?
Check that out. Yeah.
In beta?
Beta's in Steam.
Sorry, I spoke over you. Sorry, I think you're cutting out a little bit.
I was saying, I think I saw this. That it was in beta and Steam.
Oh, it was in beta and Steam. Sorry. Cool. Yeah, I think I should turn it up a little bit. Yes. That's cool. Maybe you check it out then. Give it a little while. See what you think. A little stream of it or something. But yeah, no, it looks interesting, definitely. So how long have we been going for? We could just sort of slightly derail for the last bit, maybe if you're okay for a little bit longer, like 10 more minutes or so.
Good.
Should we just, as we're going very off the cuff, do you want to just maybe shout out a few games in general that you're looking forward to? I feel like I want to shout out a couple of games, as in show them and talk about them a little bit. Have you got any games that you're looking forward to on the indie scene? Just the last few. One game like I mentioned earlier, I just want to shout it out because if you come up with any that you want, and I'll just want to recommend kind of people getting on their radar, if you see what I mean. That's A New the Distant Light, which is awesome looking Metroidvania, and I'm going to find the trailer for it. And if there's any you want to sort of just talk about.
Of course, Paradise Lost, what we saw earlier. That's on top of my list.
Is it? Nice. That's cool. Yeah, so basically anything that's on the top of your sort of most anticipated or whatever. Let's see.
Anybody in chat too also, what games are you looking forward to coming out?
Yeah, good question. So definitely,
you might
yeah.
be right,
What's he up to? Fastback lost his wife. How? Oh dear. Oh, Sid Daisy. Oh god, I've been streaming it with the wrong thing. Cool. So yeah, here is. This is the test of how much you've been watching my channel, guys. Have you seen this game before? If you checked out my video, I streamed this one, which was a little while back. But yeah, there was a demo of it, so I don't know if that demo's still around. But I'm in the Discord of the they're called Resonator, the developer. They're ex AAA devs, I think, who've gone indie, so they're proficient indeed. But yeah, I love Metroidvania games, and I love Hollow Knight and stuff. And this feels like a sort of almost sci-fi Hollow Knight to me. They've even said it's like it's got a Hollow Knight feel, so they're influenced by that too. But I just think this game is awesome, and you know, it's just the art direction is really interesting. It's cool that, you know, I love that, like Metroidvania design. You explore the world, and uncover different areas. I like the combat. I like the mechanics. I feel like it's just an awesome looking game in general. Don't know if it's just me, but like I feel like this is definitely one game that needs a lot more attention. It's a shame that like for example this one and more wasn't in today's kind of showing. I mean, obviously there's loads of great games that are in there, but some of it wasn't grabbing me as much. Some games obviously don't grab you on first look, but personally I feel like games like this deserve the attention. I mean, I don't know what you think about it, Fastback. Have you watched my stream on this one, or did you miss out? No problem if you missed. He's off. I think he's still there, brother. He's packed it in, I think. Okay, Fastback is he's walked out, so that's all good. Now, I think I heard something crackle then. I don't know if it's... Oh, there he is again, crackling. Yep. Can you hear me now, bro? I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now.
Okay, sorry about that.
That's all right. Yeah, you dipped out. I was just saying, have you seen this? Did you see this one before? Have you seen it anywhere? Did you see my stream of it or anything? Or what do you think, basically?
Oh, that's new to me. It looks cool.
Oh, is it new? Nice. Cool. That's good. Yeah, I mean, I think it looks... Like the bosses are really cool. There's some cool vehicles as well that you can get into swimming underwater. There's lots going on, I think, and the I think this trailer showcases it really nicely. But if you wanted to check out the demo of this game, there is super cute, love it. Yeah, there is a demo of this that I played through as a stream on the channel. If you wanted to check that out, it's on the channel if you wanted to. But yeah, like I think one of my most anticipated games that hopefully will be getting the attention it deserves, maybe closer to release. I think they're still like on a to be announced for the release, but I've been following it for like a couple of years probably, so maybe a year and a half or something like that, a long time. Yeah, like they're going through. I think they said they're approaching beta, so potentially getting quite near. But yeah, I just feel it's awesome. And also, guys, if you do use Steam and that, give them a wish list, because it does help out the developers a lot to rise up in the Steam algorithm and get seen. And it's a tough world, the old Steam marketplace. There's a lot of competition out there, so it helps them. That's what I'm told anyway by developers. So yeah, give them a little wish list. It helps them out. And even if you don't buy it straight away on release, you can pick it up later on a sale and you get your notification or whatever. But yeah, highly recommend checking out Anew the Distant Light, ANEW the Distant Light. Yeah, I think it looks awesome and I'm super excited for it. Again, you know, Metroidvania is right up my street, and I think the styling of this game and the combat, things like the let me just zip past to there you go, like there's like vehicles and stuff which you can get in and stuff, like you can commandeer a big old mech, which is just coming up on this next here, and just yeah, it's just a ton of fun. It's awesome. I knew you would, Coop. Of course you've got it on your wish list. You're my man. You got it under control. That's good stuff. Good to hear, buddy. I think you were there for that stream, actually. I think I remember you being in the chat that day. But yeah, check it out, guys. Anything you wanted to talk about, Fastback? Any games that you wanted to shout out at all? Or?
I think a lot of the ones I brought up. I'm trying to what the newest games some of the games are gonna be coming to Game Pass soon.
Yeah, like
No,
Unto the End and stuff like that kind of thing.
no,
Um,
the one with
12
the
minutes.
music in the game, Artful Escape.
Yep, the Artful Escape. That I think that will be quite soon. Yeah, definitely.
That game acts and a little bit. It's beautiful. Just the sound, beautiful.
It's the music's so nicely done because the guy is actually, like I said before, he's actually a rock star who's now taking his life
No,
into basically developing, which is cool. So it
yeah.
shows, doesn't it? Yeah. I think. Let me just get that one up for you. God, I got really bad hiccups.
So yeah, that's one of the main ones, and of course Tunic. But who knows
Yes,
when that's coming out.
definitely. Yeah. Tunic. Yeah, we don't know when that's coming out, but I feel like I said earlier, I feel like Tunic might be starting to find some sort of end. I feel like it's starting to maybe not necessarily be near the end, but maybe I'm predicting it will be like September next year or something like that, maybe. So still a way off, I think. Like over a year, potentially around a year. That still seems quite a long time. I think people will find, but I think that's a realistic. But yeah, here's the Artful Escape though, my man. It looks really, really cool game. Just sort of like otherworldly again, sort of like trippy in a good way. But
and like the music is just great. I mean,
yeah, it is. Yeah.
Around Pack South, and as you get closer to it, you just hear that.
Oh, cool.
I one of the boss battles too, is, where when you're playing the boss, you're both kind of going back and forth with the music. I think
Nice,
the one that I remember seeing that you had to imitate the boss, and that's kind of how you defeat the boss.
Cool.
boss
So it's
battles.
like a duel kind of thing.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I think I might have seen a bit of a clip of that actually, that's really cool. Yeah, I realised I wasn't playing that trailer on full screen for a minute halfway through. But yeah, like the music is going to be awesome. I think it's going to have a cool like feel to it. Like the art's really nicely done as well. The animation, and it's got a quirkiness and I think it'll be a good trip. Just go on a journey. You know what I mean? Intergalactic journey. But yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun. Annapurna are publishing it, so that's always a stamp of approval. I always think. I love Annapurna. Their games are fantastic. Always the ones they publish. They don't attach themselves to crap. So yeah, I think it'll be a really good game. Definitely. Yeah. Nice one, Dazzy. good job, bro. Is that you downloaded the demo as well? That's wicked. Yeah, check it out. I think you'll like it. I think you're talking about the last game potentially, I imagine. But yeah, Artful Escape coming, I reckon, later this year. Looking forward to it. There's a bunch of good games that Xbox seem to be aligning themselves very nicely. You can get in the idea. Xbox, picking up good indie games. I think they've got a good eye for it. It's lots to look forward to, for definite. Yeah, so maybe what time are we at? Yeah, maybe we should call it possibly there. We've gone on quite a while, haven't we? It's longer than I thought, actually.
Quite a bit. I think besides this one, I'm also the lake.
Yes, Lake. Yeah, definitely.
So
nice. Do you want me to pull that?
Trailers, but, no, we don't have to. I mean,
No, that's cool.
But I also saw the Goose. What's played it?
Untitled Goose Game. Sorry.
Yes, there's supposedly an update. I don't know if it's already out, but I think it's on Steam only now. But where you can play co-op.
There is, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it's I'm not sure when it's dropping that update, but yeah, it's a co-op one, which is pretty cool. Do you feel like you'll be going back in for some more on that game? Or?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind playing that with my daughter.
Yeah, it could be fun if I.
It did complete it, but there's like a list of do this, do that, and yeah, I think it'd be fun just doing that co-op.
definite. No, that's yeah, it's nice. It's done well. It's nice to see it getting more. I think it would be fun to do co-op. I sort of felt like when I finished the game that I was almost like pretty much done with it, to be honest. But
if you want to go back and do all those little side.
But yeah, if you're half done with it, it's quite good. And or if you loved it loads, like some people did, I mean, I really enjoyed it, but I felt like it was a kind of terrible term, but the one and done sort of formula. Kind of, it felt like to me, I felt like I was, yeah, that's done. I laughed a lot, but it was and it was a great game. That's me done with that one kind of thing. It was, but it's a cool game. It is fun. It's a fun game if you haven't checked it out. So. Especially with
one racer game that does, I don't know if you would be interested, called Inertial Drift. Comes out
cool. Yeah. I've played that game. Yeah, there's a demo actually for that one as well. Inertial Drift. Yeah, you need the 2 thumbstick movement. That might be tricky for Daz at the moment, but you could give it a try. Because it's got a really unusual mechanic. I'll get it on actually.
And when is that rally one coming out?
Art of Rally. That is coming.
It's called Art of Rally.
Art of Rally, yeah, that's right.
But I do want to play Hot Shots.
Hot Shot Racing, yeah, that is coming early September. We'd have to get on some multiplayer on that. But yeah, this is Inertial Drift, and I've played this. I played it at EGX first, and if you look at the screen there, it tells you, it's a very unusual control method, which actually is really cool. You have to do twin sticks, so you turn the car a little bit with the left stick, and on the right one you do the drifting angle. So it's really like different, but it's quite cool because I like the way they're trying it different, if you know what I mean. And I actually requested a review code for this game a couple of weeks ago. It comes out on 11th of September or something like that, or 10th or something, I don't know. But yeah, I requested a code. I don't know if I'll get it or not, but I only did it through Keymailer, so I haven't used that much, but I'm accredited, so I'm just giving it a try for the first time on that. But anyway, if I get it, then I will do some sort of stream or like review maybe or something. But like what I played of it, it's actually pretty good. It's quite you can really sort of get the drift sort of movement going on. It's sort of
says only on PS4, which
that's just that trailer. You know what PS4 are like. They just like saying that, don't they? That's the PS4 trailer. Yeah, it's on Steam. It's on all consoles. So yeah, but I spoke to the developer as well of this game when I was at AGX. They're very young as well, which is quite cool. I think probably like 20s easily, definitely not over that.
Really interested in Art of Rally. I just like the art style. It's set in the 60s, I guess. Oh, the cars are.
There's some old rally, yeah, like what do they call it? The series or whatever, the rally series they used to call it. Yeah, it's got those old school rally cars in there. I'll get that one up because I love showing a bit of Art of Rally, of course. It's definitely one of my most anticipated.
Golden years, rally and career mode. 50 plus iconic rally cars from the 60s, 70s, and 80s.
Yes.
E, Group S, and Group A. And this developer.
It's a solo developer, by the way.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
They've done Absolute Drift.
Yep, that's his first game. Yeah, he's a really cool guy as well. He's super like laid back and like really friendly.
And set in Finland, Sardinia, Norway, Japan, and Germany. So
yeah, he's
weekly challenge leaderboards.
Yeah, I've played a lot of this game already on the demo. You can get a demo of this game. It's it feels really good to play. They've added in the these like people, which I don't know how I feel about that so much. I like the way they've done it because it feels like rally. You know, when people are getting on the track and stuff. I'm not sure how I feel about how they look and that. I don't know. I like the idea of them.
That's it. The demo.
Sorry, you dropped out a little bit there.
Behind.
Hello.
I know. I'm just saying that Daz. I thought he was downloading this one on the demo.
Oh, I think he's downloading thingy bobby. I knew the distant light. I think that was when we spoke about that. But yeah, Absolute Drift is a hard game, and it's harder than this, I would say, buddy. This one is he said he's made it easier than Absolute Drift because that was known for being a very hard game. But yeah, this game, I'm just all over it because it looks beautiful. I think it's going to be. I already know how fun it will be because I played it in an earlier state and it was so much fun then. But yeah, the way you can slide the car, the physics feel really good. It feels excellent fun to play.
Yeah, cause, and,
excuse me.
I like the Forza Motorsport games, and I really got into them. That all started with the Gran Turismo, that type of simulated racing. But then of course once I got into Forza Horizon, I love the open world, just kind of loose, just go around, do what I want. But I kind of like I like going to games like this that are not so realistic looking. They don't have to be
yeah, stylized. Yeah.
Fun looking games.
Exactly. Yeah, it's all about realism.
Big sports, gamer back in the day. But once all these games got too serious looking, it's too simulated, it's like to me it just wasn't fun anymore.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I
love about it.
Exactly.
They bring back a lot of these fun games that that they were inspired from when we grew up.
Yep.
So
it's the thing. It's like indie games are almost as a bigger statement. Indie games are kind of like almost like a reaction to AAA games in a way, because they take it where AAA games don't dare to, if you see what I mean. But it's also obviously sometimes they are restricted with their budget or whatever as well. So that means it makes them be more creative and stuff, and also use their resources differently. But at the same time, it's also, like I say, it is a reaction to churned out stuff. They want to do it differently, kind of thing. But yeah. I think that's probably a good note to end it on, because we've gone for a long time anyway, and it's been an absolute pleasure, buddy. Unless you have any other games you wanted to pull up finally, or...
Oh, I'm good. I mean, there's so many.
Yep.
And hopefully, now that I've got a good setup, the capture card, I can do some of these streams, do some record them.
Nice. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind, maybe. Load some on your channel, not just on NOG, but also, you can work that out.
Yeah.
I can send you a copy, and I also downloaded the editor, the video editor that you guys.
DaVinci, you mean, or?
DaVinci, yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been kind of getting into that.
That's a good free software. Yeah, it's not what I use. I do use it on sometimes when it's simpler stuff. But yeah, I use Final Cut. But like DaVinci is so good for the free software. It really is. It's got its own way of doing things, which is different to what I'm used to, with the nodes and stuff like that. I don't know if you've explored it that much. Coop will know probably what I mean with the node system, which is a bit strange at first, but it's a very good software indeed. Definitely, especially when it's free. It's amazing.
Oh yeah,
it's cool you're exploring that though, buddy. Yeah, I saw your little montage you made on NLG, which was awesome.
Just a quick one. That's my Game Pass. When I do my Game Pass games.
Yeah, that's cool.
So what I try to do with that is show where I record me in Game Pass and try to show recent games coming in, games leaving, and then my game of the week. I want people to see that straight from the Game Pass itself, and then show some gameplay.
Yep, that's cool. That's good. Good stuff. Yeah, no, keep up the good work with that, bud. That's good to see.
Shout out to the Gamers United Guild.
Definitely.
Mike is working on the video. I saw he added you and BG4G.
I felt bad that I couldn't watch that. I literally just noticed that when I was saying we're going live. I'm looking forward to it.
I just love it you know, guys like you, other content creators, you know, Retro Renegades, DXR, Open Every Box, Four Guys Recorders, you know, now you, BG4G, um, and of course NOG. I'm missing anybody? Because I know we got about 7 of us, right?
Sorry, I was looking up BG4G, Open Every Box, TXR.
DXR. Yeah, so
Four Guys Recorders.
TXR here Sunday, and then Monday Four Guys Recorders, and then Tuesdays Retro Renegades. Nobody on Wednesdays that I know of, and then of course NOG on Thursdays, and then you on. I know BG4G. Are they? They don't really have a set date, right? Just whenever they're ready to show. I know they have a podcast. I know Tom does his like a vlog.
Yeah, well, Mask's in the chat. When do you usually upload? On the weekend, is it, buddy? Do you mean for the podcast or?
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
I don't understand what's going on here.
Yeah, Open Every Box on Wednesday. Oh, that's right. All Miko access for him, and then on Friday they do the PM and PM, and then of course he has a lot of content. He likes to show off different stuff with the Evercade and so on, and of course, you know, modern games he did today this morning. No, I just love it. I love able to support all these guys, part of the Gamers United Guild.
Definitely, it's awesome to have like a good community of guys who are all awesome, positive, great gamers at the end of the day. Yeah,
just supporting each other.
Yeah, definite, most definite. Something weird's just happened. Not that I'm bothered, but what's going on with the likes today? Before we started, we had 2 dislikes, and we had 16 likes a minute ago, and now it's got to 8.
It could be YouTube.
How many likes have you got on your picture at the moment?
I show
8. Yeah, I've got 6. I had 16, and now it's 8. What's going on, man? I don't care anyway. But like, and then when I hover over it, it says 16. That is so random. There's something weird going on.
It might be YouTube itself just acting weird.
Maybe.
And later on,
hopefully no one's doing funny business though, like they did to Stubbs or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't get it. I mean, I don't understand why people like to troll.
Yeah, no. It's showing 8 now. Yeah, they're saying that as well.
Like on one of our Miko Access, one of the guys on there said that it doesn't matter if you have a thumbs down or up, that it still counts. And the analytics. YouTube,
yeah,
so,
that's true. Yeah.
It's not really visually you see it looks negative, but as far as the numbers behind the scenes, like it's good for you also.
Yeah, exactly. This was just a kind of impromptu, nice to chat anyway, and nice to have everyone here with us anyway. So we're back to the normal stuff like after today really. It does show engagement in the coop, but it's all good. You know, hopefully it'll fix itself. But it's weird, yeah. Who knows what's going on?
Thanks, Matt. He said Thursday's stream, LOD podcast is bi-weekly.
Cool.
And of course, news and reviews every day on the site, which I like that.
Yes.
I like
they do a great job. Awesome guys.
Good art.
Yeah, there's so much content always coming out, so yeah, let's definitely check out bg4ghub.com. Mask always laughs when I say that, because I usually say bg4ghub.com so many times. But definitely check out those guys, they're great. It's great to be affiliated with them, as well as the Gamers United Guild. They're awesome guys, as we said a minute ago.
I'm sorry,
that's all right, carry on buddy, no worries.
I was gonna say, can't leave out our brothers. They're part of the guild, just because you don't see them on the trailer, like Dascast and Stubbs and Hamish has his thing going on.
Definite.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah, no, big, huge thanks. Well, Daz, I don't want to get into too much because we've finished the show, but Daz gave me my first opportunity on a podcast. So Daz is my brother, and I speak to him every day, and I massively appreciate all he's done for me.
Yeah, he was one of the first. As soon as he asked to come on WDC, it was just, of course,
Definitely, yeah. I really appreciate everyone who's here for us. That's what makes it for me, and I'm sure you as well. Like having the friendship and the community spirit means the world. So, thanks for the support today as well, guys, for hanging out till the end. Daz is always there till the end. You are a legend.
You're just not getting paid.
And Coop, our brother, our indie brother in the chat there, even though he wasn't on the show, he still hung with us for in the chat, which I really appreciate that, bro. And hopefully you're feeling better by not next Saturday, what day is it? The 5th, next Saturday coming, as in 1 week today. The 5th is when we're doing the Indie Games podcast, and hopefully we'll have the legendary Coop back with us, as he always has some great takes, and it will be back reunited, if he can, that is. Obviously, if he can't, no problemo, we'll speak to you in the DM about that. And yeah, but it'll be cool. I think I'm really looking forward to next weekend. I've got a little bit of new stuff for us. I've got some good guests lined up as well for next Saturday's Indie Games podcast on the 5th, as I say. But yeah, got an intro lined up, which hopefully you'll like, and just a little bit of a zhuzh up for the show, and hopefully it'll be a really good one. But really looking forward to that. But once again, thanks so much everyone who's popped out to hang with us today. Obviously, as I say, UK Dazarus, you're the man. Check out his channel as well, because he does some good videos. Maybe not so much at the moment, but the Dazcast did return the other day. So if you haven't checked out the Dazcast, definitely do that. It's on his channel. Yes, UK Dazarus. He's got his back in form with the Dazcast action, baby. And thanks again, Super Coop in the chat, really appreciate hanging, brother. Mars Mayhem, my main man, really appreciate you hanging all the way through, brother. You are a legend. Yeah, you there all the time, bro. Mike, yeah, just going up
at the very beginning called Dan Lopeman. I don't know.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna scroll up now and do names. So Matt Burns was here today, thank you, buddy. Infinite was here, awesome, thanks for coming up, bro. Jubei Sensei, my man, it's good to see you in the chat. I know you love your indies, and I always love talking to you about them. And Jeepers was in the house, and that means a lot, bro. Thanks for coming out. Jay was in, Graphic God, the legend himself, who does amazing artwork. Who else we got? Stinking Corpse, VJ, Generational Gamer, good to see you in, my friend. And Dan Lokemone, like you said, was in. Awesome stuff. Thanks, guys. Every one of you, if I've missed you, apologies, because the chat's only going up so far. But all of you who came out, we really appreciate it. And hopefully we'll see you next Saturday the 5th for the Indie Games podcast, which I believe will be at 8 p.m. UK time and 3 p.m. Eastern time, 2 p.m. Central time, this is the US, and 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Did I get that right? Now I know that you're Central Time. I know. I didn't even know that all this time. I thought
a lot of the podcasts are set Eastern Time.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly. Yeah, that seems to be the most commonly said one, doesn't it? I think, but I always love hanging with you, Fastback, bro. It's always a pleasure. Thanks for hanging today, and it's good to hear your thoughts on the recent events. We'll probably dive a bit more back into some of this Gamescom goodness next Saturday as well, in a bit more of
some of the ones that we can play soon, and
some of those demos,
what we played.
Definitely. I want to check out Pumpkin Jack, and I want to check out Tunic. They're my priorities to demo. Hopefully we'll be able to talk about some of that stuff, but I'll get the topics over to you. Anyway, let's wind up the show, guys, shall we? It's been a blast. Thank you, everyone who's come out. You all rock big time, and I love you all. And we'll see you 1 week today for the Indie Games podcast, and maybe a Tunic stream in between. Otherwise, check out bg4ghub.com and the Gamers United Guild, all those channels we mentioned earlier. I won't go through them again to put you through that. But I love you all, guys. Thanks again, and I'll see you real soon. Later, guys.
Everybody.